Okay, Ara, this is what we're actually here to play today, and I'm very excited about. So, again, it's a 4X turn-based strategy game about building a civilization, but it sort of feels like that's where the overlap with Civ actually kind of ends, because they go in a very different direction, which is great. That's what we love to see in a genre, differences. And I played a little bit. I played a couple hours maybe yesterday, a couple hours maybe this morning, focused on the early game, trying to get the gist of things. No idea what the late game is like yet. Gonna get started?
Charlemagne, warrior king who laid the foundations for the Holy Roman Empire.
So we got a voiceover. We got a bunch of different leaders. When you hit new game, it selects one at random. There's a fairly good pool of leaders over here. And what's neat is a bunch of them have a bunch of alternate outfits. So for example, who was I looking at that was quite cool? I was posting some things online. Oh, over here we've got Elizabeth I.
Elizabeth I, cunning and charismatic queen of England.
And then we can click on this version of the outfit. Very cool. And then we got a modern version of the outfit too. Oh yeah, Sappho had a good one too. Oh, Washington's got like, here's modern version, General Washington.
First president of the United States.
This one here looking very swanky. This is maybe if we had like the king. Yeah, Sappho had a pretty good vibe too. Well, that's Joan of Arc, who doesn't have a modern one.
French.
Not all of them do. Oh, Nefertiti.
Queen and
It's got this outfit.
promoted Ottonism.
I mean, 10 out of 10. 10 out. Its selection makes me think this looks like a fighting game. You're kind of right. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. These aren't alphabetical in any way, are they? No.
Shaka, devastatingly
Where
successful
was-
military leader and first king of the Zulu.
Oh, Sappho. Yeah, there we go. I was looking for someone wearing armor for Sappho. That's what was messing with me. So we got Sappho over here, who's got also this version, which is kind of neat. And then the modern day. I love it. I love it. So I don't know who we should play as, because there's a lot of really great options over here. We could just leave it as a random, or again, if I go back, and if I hit new game, it'll pick someone at random with a random outfit as well.
Caesar, brilliant general.
We could do this.
Ensured the rise.
Looks
of
like I
the
meant.
Roman
Well, I can't imagine why Sappho might have kind of an androgynous look. I can't think of any reason why that might be the case. Can you think of it? Maybe? I don't know. Someone said Belgium. We do have Leopold I somewhere in here. I wonder, there's no way to get a name base one, right? Because I don't remember. Which one of these dudes is Leopold I? It's not him, is it? No, that's Simone Bolivar. Oh yeah, Eva Peron. It's quite cool. Leopold, right over here.
Leopold I.
Right? If we wanted to play as Belgium for the Maymays, we could do that. Just cool. Have pity on the folks who don't know about Sappho. Good. Ignore Leopold II. I was going to say, I don't remember. I'm not an expert on this particular thing. I know one of the Leopolds in Belgium. Highly problematic. But as I said, I think this guy's earlier than that. Right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Upper right corner. This is the Xbox friends list option over here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the second is the Congo guy. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I don't know, man. There's a bunch of people I don't know. It could be an excuse to like Google someone. Anyway, let me go back. I'll hit new game one more time.
George Washington.
Nah, I don't want to go George Washington, although that has a banging outfit, my dude.
Leopold I.
Well, you know what? It gave us Leopold I of Belgium in a swanky white outfit. I say we just go for it. Friend list don't need that button. Or Modern Nefertiti is pretty sick. All right, let's see what abilities he's got, and then we'll make a decision as to whether this sounds cool. So, Nestor of Europe, plus 10 established relationship with other nations, plus 20 additional established relationship with other nations if you have fewer cities than them. Oh, right, because the description down here, which I realize I'm blocking, says German Prince of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld. Leopold was a revered leader and an excellent diplomat. He accepted the crown of Belgium in 1831 as the new nation wanted a neutral leader to guide them after their successful revolt in 1830 against the Netherlands. Leopold once successfully maintained his small new country's neutrality while facing both internal and external political unrest. All right, so he's clearly going to be a negotiator. They have Belgium but not the Netherlands. Yeah, that may be true. In fact, I think that is true. So, Yeah, so get extra relationship stuff, plus 100% harvest production at farms harvesting cocoa. Breweries and distilleries provide extra city prosperity. Okay, we are playing as Belgium. Independent. I love how independent, the icon for it is a freaking cat. This game, the developers here, they kind of get it. They kind of get it. So +1 housing in non-capital cities, adventures +1 speed to scouts, efficient +20% crafting production to all crafting improvements in all cities, charismatic +1 golden age points per turn. Cool, sure, fine, excellent, done, selected. All right, we'll play on as our first game. We'll go ahead and play on Earl, the normal difficulty. It defaults to Viscount when you first go here, but yeah, we'll go Earl. It does have a lot of things. So what I expect with so many difficulties below normal, I suspect that for us, hopefully, maybe not our first game, but presumably normal will feel quite easy for us once we understand how the game works, because there's a heck of a lot of stuff down there. But we'll start here because the last thing we want to do is get obliterated immediately. We can use a preset map. We can generate a new map. Presets. A few different options, but no, we'll go ahead. We'll generate a new map. That's fine. Map generate options. There are many. I do propose we stay on a smaller map for our first game because we want our first game to go faster so we can experience the full span of the game, and then for a second game we can go bigger and no more, rather than like be sort of maybe having things go too slow early on. Although on a bigger map you can also have a lot more opponents and things, but we're just going to leave these defaults in here for our first game. Nations, we got a slider, we can add a few more. I believe if you go on the larger map size, like if we go over here, if we go to large for the map, then yeah, we can go up to 36 nations in here. But I think we'll just go small. We'll play the default of 8. That's going to be okay. Customize nations. Set individual nations and difficulty for each AI player. We're not going to mess with that, but nice to see so many options available. Great game. Skyward I says, Sappho is going to continue to make people ask important questions about themselves, going on 2,500 years now. Hell of a streak. Yeah, that's nice. Hey, Turtle. Yeah, 36 players is a lot. I don't know what kind of performance there is. One thing I will say, some people have some...
Solving the puzzle. Leopold I, you are a sovereign of a fledgling realm, and your reign ushers in the dawn of Belgium's destiny. In an age where empires rise and fall, you grasp the scepter amidst ancient rivalries and your people's clamor for independence. Your challenge lies in forging a nation that is more than a mere chess piece on the world's tumultuous board. Craft alliances with neighboring powers, lay down the foundations of governance, and ignite a spirit of national identity among your diverse people to ensure Belgium emerges as a sovereign power unencumbered by foreign dominion.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who the voice actor is for this. I mean, it's not Gwendolyn Christie, you know, so we don't have quite that. We'll allow this to go through. I feel like I was in the middle of saying something I can't remember. Oh, yes, frame rate issues. This game is graphical, and some people are getting some FPS slowdowns. Maybe there'll be a performance patch quite early. One things I noted, and I put it into what game, I changed the shader quality from like super ultra to direct, which is the lowest thing. I saw basically, and I posted comparison screenshots on Discord, I saw virtually no difference between the two, other than with direct shader only, the water is flat, and it doubled my frame rate. And of course, frame rate versus turn processing speed are two totally separate issues, so don't know exactly how they'll go. But let's hit begin. And yeah, that was a live screen interview. We are going to reset the tutorial. We're going to use the tutorial for this first game, so we can get a little bit of a sense of things. But let me hide this for a moment. Actually, I can hide the tutorial as well over here. Yep, no, I got that. We'll bring it back in a second, but it'll be useful to have. There's Brussels, and so we can zoom out. This is a visible area, and we'll be able to zoom out and like see quite a bit more relatively soon. But here's a crazy thing about this game: we can zoom in, we can zoom in, we can zoom in. Individual thing. Wait until the city grows, and you're gonna see like tons of activity and people walking around and wandering in here. There's a surprising, shocking amount of detail on this map for a 4X strategy game, which is astounding. So let's bring up the tutorial again, and we'll see what it has to suggest for it. So it says, hey, enter your sitting view. Click on here. We'll click on Brussels. Cool, let's do that. All right, and it says improving your city. Welcome to your founding city. You must now choose a project for your people to work on. Projects progress every turn, include things like drafting military units. Okay, this is how we build things. We can click up here. There's actually a few different ways that we can build things that we will explore in just a moment. So we're going to select over here. It's going to say, in these early days, your purpose is clear, survival. Essential resources like food, wealth, materials, and timber are key to the success of your settlements. Notice it doesn't just say production, right? If we were playing Civ, we'd have, like, sure, food, gold, and hammers or gears, depending on what version of the game we're playing, but a generic production. In this game, we actually break down the material substantially. In fact, there's a shocking amount of different materials and crafts and items in this game. And this is why I said in the title, it's a little bit more reminiscent of like an Anno or even a Victoria type game in terms of resources. So here it's suggesting that we build a farm to get our city to grow faster. Sure, sounds fine. One of the things the farm will do is produce food. Now, a lot of these resources I think are global. So these are, I think, our global food stockpile over here. However, farms, in addition to producing some food, also generate bonus to city growth where we build it over here. So we can see harvest plants and animals and increases food production to promote city growth, plus 100% of region food yield is applied towards harvest production, plus 3% city growth, plus 5 bonus region harvest production for each farm improvement in this improvements region. There's a lot of text there to unpack. We're going to leave some of it hanging, mostly until our city grows for the first time, and then we'll explore the concept of regions and zones and how the hell this game works, which again, so different from, well, honestly, so different from basically anything else. All right, so we'll click on the farm. Looks like it's going to take 8 turns to produce. It's also going to require, so we do have production as a stat, 75 production. So this is how quickly we build things. So our city currently has 10 production. So it makes sense it's going to take 8 turns to do it. So 8 turns and it'll have 5 production overflow. But it also needs 15 timber to build. It needs a resource of timber. It also has a maintenance of 1 timber per turn to maintain it. And it's got some upgrades we can see down below. All right, so let's hit farm. And here's, okay, select a zone. It is time to build your farm. Each region is broken up in different zones, and each zone can hold 1 improvement. Farms are best when in regions with high food yield or zones with unique resources for your people to harvest, like wool from sheep. Select a zone to place your farm. So currently, our city has a single region, which is the sort of the tile that it was built in, but you can see the divides over here. It's not a hex map, it's not a tile map. I dare say it probably has points and, is it a Voronoi map or graph or something like that in terms of making these shapes? I mean, I don't actually know if that's what they did. We've got these little chunks. Now, we don't have any of these. We currently only have the 1 region in the center here, but this region has 5 zones in it. 1 zone is currently occupied by my city center, so we're going to pick one of these other. Now, in this particular zone, each one of these is completely identical. There's no resources in any one of these. The base zone production is 3 food, 3 timber, 2 material, and 1 wealth, I think this is. I think that's what they call it, wealth, because I think they want to distinguish it from like gold, which is presumably a resource you can find. So I can click on one of these tiles, and we can see it's going to tell us, hey, this is going to increase my food production. And yeah, 8 turns to complete. Sure, sounds good. Let's drop it in there. Okay. Exiting the city view, well done, we can exit. Okay, let me hide this for a second. And again, here we've got the tutorial guide. Let's take a look at the city view. So again, the top bar is, we see this on the map view as well. So this is sort of our global thing. We've got our growth over here. We currently have a housing limit of 5. So if we want to grow beyond the size of 5 in our city, we'll have to build some more housing at some point. Currently, it's predicted that we'll grow in 12 turns. We can see over here why our population is growing. We do get nested tooltips in here as well. So base value is 6, city tier is +1. Nothing else is helping with that. Once our farm finishes, we'll see this go up some more. And again, we can keep nesting these tooltips. We love that this is a thing that games do now. Brilliant, beautiful, adore it. Yeah, production is currently 10. Our research rate is 5. We're generating 2 excess food per turn right now, 11 wealth, 3 timber, 2 materials, which adds up with something else. We've got this amenities thing, which currently we can't do anything with. We'll come back here. Quality of life broken down in different categories. So we've got ourselves happiness, health, knowledge, right? Which says it increases their research output, but it's also something that improves the quality of life of the city. We've got their prosperity, and then we've got their security. And these are all things that contribute to the quality of life. Over on the right-hand side, we have zones. There's actually different ways of looking at this. Again, we're going to come back and explore this quite a bit more when we get more zones and more buildings, and it'll make sense. But we currently have a single region in our city. The region shares the same name as our capital, or city, so our city is Brussels, so this region is called Brussels, but that will change as we expand. It's got 5 slots for things. One, again, is occupied by the Great Hearth, which is just automatically built for our capital over here, and we are currently building a farm in one of these regions. Now, I built this farm by clicking on the project here. And by the way, we could queue more things, right? Again, I could do this. Let's say I wanted to build a second farm. I could go and select another area. The other way to build it instead of doing this is I could click on one of these slots and then build something in this slot as well. So we've got a few different ways of doing that. And again, we'll explore this more later. So we'll go back to the main map over here. Selecting units. Most of the world is unknown to you. Your scoot can scoot around the world and reveal new regions with resources, predators, and even other nations. Click on your scout to begin. So here's our scout over here. We'll click on that. Now that your scout is selected, they await your orders. Their available actions are viewable in the bottom left panel. Over here, we've got some buttons, including the ability to expand this. We can rename this unit. They await your orders. Their available actions are viewable. Or you can right-click on the map, and they will default to exploring via the move action. To give your scout an order, click on the move button, and then click on location. Or yeah, I can just right-click as well, and a few different things like that. So if I go, we could explore and just push back the fog of war. But the other thing is we've got some goodie huts on this map. We've got some caches. Over here, we got a resource cache. Down here, a ruins cache. Over here, another resource cache. We also got some hostile creatures. We got some lions over here that we can go and fight. Or rhinos. Tell you what we're going to do. I think let's go and get this ruins cache over here. Ruins of a former settlement often contains resources and goods. Cool. So we'll just queue up a movement. I mean, I could click on the tile, the region here to move to, but I can also click directly over here. And it says reviewing your orders. To see all your orders you've given this turn, you can click on the orders button, which will open the orders panel right down here. I'm going to hide this for a second. Oh. Looted cache. Yes, we're on the way to looted cache. Thanks. And then we can end our turn. Yeah. Okay. Here's the interesting thing. Nothing has happened yet. I can decide, you know what, I'm going to move the scout there. No, you know what, we're going to use the scout to attack the lion. Nah, you know what, that sounds a little too dangerous. Let's, you know what, I'm going to go back here and do this instead. This game features true simultaneous turns where all you're doing on your turn is basically dictating your actions. You're giving your orders, which we can see by expanding. Let me move my head here. I think it'll be another game where we're sort of fighting for optimal placement. We can see here everything we've ordered. I've ordered that I want to build a farm and that I want the scout to collect a cache. I think it's going to take 2 turns because I think it'll take 1 turn to move into the region and a second turn to do the actual movement. Nothing gets locked in until you hit next turn. We don't need undo buttons or anything like that. And when you're playing multiplayer, everyone takes their turns simultaneously, but none of that awkward of like, oh, okay, simultaneous, because some other 4X games, like some of the Age of Wonders and things like that have had it, but then you're like, hold on, I gotta move my unit first, or something crazy happens. Nope. Everyone puts in their orders, everyone locks in their turn, and then things happen. Urgent notifications, yeah, so the end turn button has been replaced with something, which we'll take a look at just in a second here. And yeah, these tutorial guides, again, I can move this if I need to or anything like that. So, technology's unlocked. Click here, take a look at the tech. Your scientists are awaiting your direction on where to direct their efforts. Technologies, unlocked by research spent each turn, can provide benefits like new improvements, government types, abilities for citizens, and even prestige. Hover over each technology to see what it unlocks. Left-click technology to begin researching. Now, here we get something that will be a little bit maybe almost reminiscent to Millennia here, in that, so these are all the ancient history technologies over here, and we can choose any of them. There's no tech tree in this game. Instead, for the current age we're in, all these techs are currently available. And then at some point, once we've researched enough technologies, we will have the option of researching a technology that advances us to the next era. So we're currently, presumably, in the Stone Age, the Neolithic era, I suppose. And at some point, we can research bronze working and move into the Bronze Age here. And when we do this, any research we haven't done here is lost forever, as far as I know. Which seems insanely scary. So what I've been doing is I'm like, okay, well, I better research everything before I advance to the next era. But no, what's interesting here is there's certain things that get unlocked here that also get unlocked by technologies in future eras. Because there's technologies in future eras. When I was researching everything, there's some technology I was looking at, like, well, if I click on this technology, it's only giving me 1 or 2 new things. Because these 3 or 4 other things are already unlocked, which is really interesting. Yeah, the sub-goal is not really covering anything other than the turn counter over here. And you're not missing anything with the sub-goal. So I don't know what to research first. That's something that is a very big question mark. We do apparently have some rice over here. We've got some gold nuggets over here. We might want to think about that. We've got some grapevines there. These can be harvested just by a farm improvement that we can do. The grapevine can be improved by a stone pit, which again, I think we have the technology for right out of the box. So I don't think we need anything to specifically harvest anything. Need the fermenting for the beer empire? I mean, you're not right. I mean, we could also maybe pair it with grain storage. So grain storage will give us access to bread. So these are new craftable. So it gives us access to a granary building. Boost the harvest production of all farms within its region. So now all of a sudden, just reading that sentence should be like, hold on. We build buildings in zones, in slots of a region. And regions have multiple slots. But then you get things like granaries, which boost production of all farms within a region. So now we're thinking, I guess we kind of maybe want to specialize regions as we do things, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so we could do the granary. The granary, I believe, yeah, it's also used for crafting grain stores. Crafting is a big thing in here. So grain stores is an actual product, is a consumable good that we can craft at the granary mill or windmill, which I think is the upgrade path from the granary. And these can be consumed to do different things. I mean, that's pretty good. And it sort of makes sense to me. Maybe before we get into fermenting, maybe we should get the grain storage, because it sort of works. Fermenting gives us access to the fermenting pit, which does require that we have grape to build this. Well, we do have grape just north of our city, so maybe that's what we'll expand to first, okay? So then we do that, and it will produce various booze goods for us. Currently, it's going to unlock wine. Presumably, other things will unlock later on. Grain stores are a prerequisite for missile silos. Then we get animal husbandry, which enables tons of different resources that can be harvested. It also gives us a plow, and it gives us some prestige, which we'll get a pop-up for relatively soon. So tell you what I'm going to propose. I propose... Actually, you know what? I kind of do like the idea of going straight for fermenting. So we're going to do this. Technology eras. You've chosen your first technology, and its benefits will be realized once research is complete. In our technology is separated into technology eras. To advance to the next era requires researching the era catalyst, which is bronze working in this case, which unlocks once a specific number of technologies are researched. Once you've researched the era catalyst, any unresearched technologies from that era will no longer be available for you to research. Okay. So, we're researching fermenting. That's great. Tutorial is just talking about completing a farm, which we are producing. I think we can pretty much end turn now. Our scoot has moved down in this area, revealing more stuff as well, including some more goodie huts, including some wolves, which are a little bit easier to deal with. The scouts can probably deal with that, but some of these others, like the rhinos and lions, we might need some actual troops. And yes, we can rename troops, and I was thinking we should probably rename the scouts, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We can rename cities as well. I don't think I'm going to rename the cities, because I think I'm going to keep the historical stuff, and we'll want Belgium over here. Looks like the first person to enter the name in queue for today is Maxnor. You know what? I'll keep them called Scout Maxnor. There we are. Bam. Mark is complete. Excellent. The scoot, you're right. Hold on. My bad. This is a scoot that scoots a boot. It's Scoot Maxnor. All right. Now we'll go ahead and next turn. Cash collected. We got ourselves a lithic tool. Oh, some other stuff. So over here, we can see all the goods that we currently have. We have 2 candles and 1 lithic tool. We also have, we can see our other resources. Food, which we're currently netting 1 per turn. Incense, we're not making any. We just have 1 stored up. We have 104 material and some generating. We have 91 timber and some is generating over there. There's another place. Is it when we look at an actual city? There's a place where I can look at all my goods. Advisors, regions. Oh, right here. Manage your nation's inventory. So this is our current inventory. I can also show all items. These are all the different items that can exist in this game. This first category is just the raw resources. There's 50 of them. Then there's 110 different goods that you can produce. Including, what is this? AI assistant. Okay. 73 reserves. These are the types of units we can produce. And 236 different masterpieces are all available for us to make. Yeah, it's not Civ. It's not Civ. Anyway, we got an idle unit. Great. I wonder if you can deal with the lion. 50% chance for each unit in this force to lose 35 hit points. You know, I think I can take it, because I think we are going to be really wanting to grab that grape relatively soon. Although we're quite close over here. Now, let's make the trip north. Let's go there. It'll take a few turns to do it, but let's do it. Get kind of a Millennia vibe. Yep, there's some overlap there. There's a little bit of Anno, a little bit of Victoria. Oh, discovered another cache over here. Cool. And what is this? Rock salt? I didn't know salt existed in the game. Oh, oh man, can lead to aviation unlocks. Oh, aluminum. With the aviation tech, we can harvest aluminum from this spot later on. Okay, so yeah, we took an injury over here. We did take the 35%, the 35 health, but it's gonna be okay. So we need to hunt one more time because hunt requires us 2, so we need to do at least 2 rounds of combat. Percentage chance of losing a certain amount of things, but we should be able to defeat you relatively soon. Let's next turn some more. Predators cleared, which gave us a feast, some leather, and some clothing. Now let's pop back over to Belgium here. We've got this amenity category, which I sort of just went over earlier because it was grayed out. We couldn't do anything with it, but now it's lit. It's totally lit. We can do something here. If we click this button, we can put an amenity in the city. This will be consumed. Oh, actually, we had candles we could have used before. So this consumes, if I assume I'm reading this correctly, this consumes 1 candle every 10 turns if we slot this in. But while it's running, it gives plus 10 city knowledge, which is great for quality of life, and higher knowledge also gives more research. It also gives a 2.5% build production towards religious improvements. Pretty good. But we also have this feast over here, plus 25 city growth, plus 5 city food, plus 10 city happiness. This seems great. Let us feast and grow the city bigger and faster. So we're currently 7 turns away from growing. Okay, it did change the number here. It didn't change the timer, which could be accurate or couldn't be that it just hasn't locked in everything here. But yeah, it might, because of the rounding, it might still take 7 turns, but just barely, and there might be more overflow. But we'll put the feast in there. Done. What does R stand for? I don't know. It's actually non-caps. It's just, I wrote it with all caps in my title here, but I often do that with the game names. It's not all uppercase on Steam. So we'll put that in there. Let the construction keep going. Unit idle. Great. Let's heal you up. So we do have this bouton over here. Wait while in region. Heal some HP. Healing progresses faster while you're in your own territory. And forever in these games is always a question of, well, is it better to spend a turn moving and then healing up or not? I actually don't know how quickly units heal. I don't know if that's something that is explained in here. If I search for healing, no, it's not coming up. Tell you what, let's go and rest. So we're currently at 30 HP. We'll rest here. We'll see how much we heal per turn. And then we can do as a test, we can move into the city and then compare one to the other. We healed 10. I'm wondering if we healed 20 inside of our borders. Let's find out. So we didn't auto-heal by being here, but we also moved this turn, so that makes sense. Hard work pays off. Between turns, time moves forward. To see all that has transpired, hover over the stack of notifications to the right. Your farm is complete! Left click on the notification to take a closer look. So let's do that. Construction of farms completed. Now that your farm is complete, it is harvesting more food for your people. Aside from food, you can also harvest other resources if placed over a unique resource node. Harvest options can be adjusted within the improvement details panel. With your farm complete and city queue empty, it's time to select your next city project. Okay, hold on a sec. Currently, there's no harvest options for us on this farm. It is simply producing generic food, which some of it is being consumed. But we can see here, like the zoom in on the screen here, again, you can see little people working, you can see people walking in the background. We'll take a look on the big map over here. Oh, your surname, Halko, starts with Ara? Haha. So it says select new project. It is suggesting we build a workshop. A workshop is a crucial improvement for your nation, allowing you to begin crafting goods. Select the workshop for your project list and place it zone to begin constructing. All right, let's just go for it. Let's assume the tutorial knows what they're talking about. I suspect we'll figure something else as we get some experience with the game. But sure, workshop, that's going to be fine. And again, we'll choose one of the regions, one of the zones in the current region. Again, they're all exactly the same currently, so we'll just click on one. There you go. It's going to go over here. It's going to build in 5 turns, and it can craft a number of different things as we get different unlocks. Oh, and our population grew. Oh, excellent. I may have wanted to do that first, but that's fine. More population means a need for more land. As your city gains levels, you'll unlock claims, allowing you to expand your city's borders into surrounding regions to access their yields and natural resources. So in this aspect, we're used to seeing this. We've seen this in Millennia, and this is also how Civ 7 is going to work, basically. Population equals tiles claimed, or regions claimed in this case. So we've got the claim flag over here. I can click on that. Each region has its own yields, resources, limits, and even dangers. To harvest most efficiently, be sure to clear the land of predators and build improvements, and the more zones, the more space for those improvements. After reviewing your options, click the region you like to claim. So, we can see the regions that we can grab adjacent over here. And currently, all of these have a region cost of 1, a claim cost of 1. As you get further and further out, I've seen the cost go up to 2 at least. Maybe it goes even more, I don't know. There's also a little number next to it that tells you how many zones you'll be able to build here. So, in Turnhout, we'll have 4 zones. That's room for 4 improvements. In Dendermonde over here, we only have room for 3, although this is the zone with the grapes. We can also see the zone inherently has different stuff. Expanding over here, this is going to be worth more food, very little lumber, decent amount of materials, and some gold. Whereas over here, this is just 1 material, for example, but more timber and more regions. So that's quite nice. Over here, we've got rice, as we see, 4 regions. So where do we go? Beringen over here has 5. It does currently have wildlife, which I'm assuming is probably blocking one of the zones, but we could clear it out later. However, since we are apparently going to build an early booze industry, because that is the demands of Twitch chat, and I can't blame them, I say we go for Dendermonde, even though it doesn't have a lot of improvement slots. Honestly, it's going to take a while before we fill up all these improvement slots anyway, so maybe that's going to be okay. And also, if we go in this direction, well, either one of these two, we could approach the salt over here. Although I suspect, since this looks like kind of a deserty region, I bet you it doesn't have a lot of zones either. But let's go ahead and plop this down. Dendermonde. There we are. Region claim. Now you've staked your claim, it will formally expand your city's borders on your next turn. Because again, all we're doing here is issuing a command, which we could cancel and redo if we wanted to. Once a region is claimed, your people will hastily begin working the land and harvesting its research. Continue leading your people. Well, I'll work on it. And again, here, if I just zoom in on the map, like, dang, man. That's a pretty gorgeous looking game. Oh, here's my workshop. All ghostly mode right now. Like, this is pretty sick. Although, I would like maybe a mode to, like, reset to, like, a default orientation. Because, like, I normally like to have an established sort of north in my head. But, oh, here we go. So, complete workshop is going to be the next step. Again, we could do the orders. Everything is good. We're going to go ahead and end turn. Hey, we've researched fermenting. So now we can build a fermenting pit, and we have the ability to produce wine. We have the recipe for wine. Next technology. I still might go grain storage. We could go archery and unlock some archers too, which might be good. Animal husbandry does give us access to plow stuff. I don't know. I mean, food is really important early on. Let's get grain storage. Just thematically, it sort of feels like it makes sense. Is it optimal? We have no idea. Yeah, we could try the home key. Well, it zooms me in there, but I think it did reset the map orientation, actually. So yeah, all right, I like that with the home key. Right, we're still building this. Well, we could go and queue up the farm on the grapevine here, but I know when it finishes the workshop, it's going to give us another little mini tutorial quest. So we're just going to advance for now. Unit dial, you're fully healed up. That's great. The rhino, 2 hunts required, 50% chance to lose, 35. Yeah, so the scout can take out the rhino, no problem either. Well, it'll be hurt pretty badly, but it can take out the rhino and clear this out. But I'm thinking we go back down here and we clear these caches. Tell you what, let me go and clear this one, and then we'll come over here, clear this, and then we'll take out the wolves. Yeah, it took 3 turns to heal up. Yeah, it was getting 20. I meant to check in between. But yeah, so that checks out. Oh, we got some crocs over here. Or alligators, sorry. Cash collected. In this case, it's literally cash. As in wealth. All right. Raising quality of life. The state of your citizenry has a large impact on the success of your nation as measured by their quality of life stats. Placing amenities is one way to keep them satisfied, providing bonuses for several turns. Golden Ages, a powerful prestige source, are triggered by excess quality of life stats adding up over time. Now that your workshop complete. Now that your workshop complete is complete. Oh, we got had starting soon. Hey, I don't have the pop-up for snoozing either. Hang on. Let me refresh here. Twitch. Oh my god. There we go. Finally came up. Let me just snooze that. I only have so many snoozes. We're going to have to suffer an ad break, but I don't want to do one right quite this second. All right, that's complete. You can begin crafting items from recipes there. Enter a city view and select a workshop. Right panel to get started. So yeah, we can click over here to zoom to it. But if I come over here, view workshop, we're being told, because we have to tell the workshop what to craft. The workshop enables your artisans to craft either baskets or lithic tools. Each improved lithic is rock, right? Like stone tools. Each improvement has its own offering of goods that can be crafted with each with differing benefits. To start crafting, left click on the lithic tools and add them to the queue. So when we got a number over here, we already have one lithic tool and we have 0 baskets, but we'll just follow along with the tutorial. That's going to be okay. We're going to click on lithic tools and it's going to add it to the production queue of the workshop. Lithic tools are now being crafted. Your city's production rate will determine how many turns until they are complete. However, you can use different goods and resources to decrease crafting time, each offering different acceleration bonuses. If items are unavailable, wealth can always be used. Click on an ingredient slot and place some wealth to accelerate crafting. So lithic tools has 2 slots for boosting the speed. If we click on one of these, we can use wealth or we can use material. Again, we'll follow the tutorial right now, which says, hey, let's put some wealth in here. So we're going to consume 2 wealth per turn to get a 25% boost to our lithic tool production, which is currently going to take 14 turns to make one. If I click on this, 5 turns. That seems better than the 25%. Maybe it just hadn't updated something. Lithic tools will now be crafted at a faster rate with the added goods now in place, and your turn and the accelerated crafting will begin. Now, by default, it sets an unlimited queue of whatever we click on, but we can actually, first of all, we can queue more than one thing. I could say, listen, make me 5 baskets, and then just go back to the lithic tools. Or I could remove this. Yep. I could also remove the unlimited option and just say make 5 and then prompt me again when the queue is over. But yeah, unlimited lithic tools is fine. And again, we currently have one lithic tool. We've also got the supply. So this is the extra ingredients for this particular recipe. We can also assign supplies to the workshop itself. And the workshop can actually use lithic tools. And here it doesn't consume it. This just assigns the one we have in storage over here. And it gives another bonus over here. Craft production, disimprovement, harvest production. We could also go and apply this lithic tool to the farm, but we'll throw it in here. That's going to be fine. If the second tier needs either rope or gear to slot in here, which we don't have. Same thing here. This first one, again, remember, was material or wealth, because we can always use wealth as placeholder. The second one is timber or wealth. So if we wanted more faster lithic tools, we could slot in some timber over there. Now it's 1 every 3 turns. Does it make sense for us to use timber over here? I don't know. We'll just follow the tutorial for now. I think I don't want to use too much of our lumber or timber because we're only making 2 per turn right now. So I might not want to consume any over here anyway. So we'll do that. And we do need another project, which is fine. We'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go and build a farm on the grapevine over here. So again, I could select project. I could click farm and then click a place to put it in. Oh, it's 25 flat, not 25%. Okay, that would explain something. Some things are percentage. Oops, hold on. Hey, you want me to train this? If I come back over here to the workshop, this one is plus 25%. Oh, yeah, this is just 25 production. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. That's why it was going so fast. Huh. Because this is its actual base production of 18, although this is being modified, I think, by this. This added a flat 25. Okay, that makes a big difference. Money makes the world go round. Good call. Yeah, we could double wealth as well if I wanted to. We'll leave it here. Right, okay. So I was going to say, I could click select project, click farm, and then click the right place to put on the grapes. But I find it much easier to just go over here into our zone view, and we can see we've got the grapevines. I can click on that, and it'll build it directly there, and it will recommend a specific thing for us. Sometimes there might be multiple valid things in here, like if I click on... Oh, and this is my first UI annoyance. Are you ready? Will's first UI complaint. If I click on this, I can't then click on another zone over here. I have to X out, and then I can click on another zone. We made it! We made it to the first UI complaint, everyone! Woohoo! So this zone has lots of things that can be built on it. This place of the grapes, the only thing I can build on is the farm, and is what I would want to build anyway, because this will harvest the grapes, which we'll use to start making our liquor booze. So let's queue that up. But this thing is still telling us, hey, train a military unit. Yeah, let's do it. Go into the project queue. We'll queue it after the farm. We'll select project over here, and over here we'll go and build up a spearman just to satisfy that. It's going to take 3 turns, although we're going to build the farm first, and so it's going to take 25 material. That's cool. Queued up. That's great. Training reserves. Your spearman training is now underway. Once complete, the spearman will be added to your reserves and await orders in your deployment panel. Doesn't spawn the unit directly. Okay, we've got another ad break coming up now. I think we'll take it. Everyone get up, stretch a little. Or, subscribe really quick so you don't get ads. That's another way of doing it. Here we get the prompt to use an amenity, but we've already used one. At some point, we'll assign another one and progress this. That's going to be okay. Because we had a tutorial thing for placing an amenity. That's fine. I think we'll probably advance a few more turns over here. One of the things I suspect, while the crafting is super mega cool right now, I do strongly suspect, and I've heard from some other places, like people who have been playing it on Reddit and things like that, that in the late game, the crafting management becomes somewhat cumbersome. And I think that's what a lot of the sort of UI things come up is kind of over there. And hopefully that's an area that they are specifically looking to improvify as much as possible. So, I'm going to do that. I am going to open up my generic brand Diet Cola. This stream is sponsored by generic Diet Cola. And I think we will advance because there's not anything exciting going on right now. It's the perfect time while the ad break is playing. We'll do a few of these sort of more or less null turns. Hey, we collected a plow from this cache. That's cool. We're going to go and boop these wolves because it's not going to be a challenge for us, so that's going to be okay. Responding to events. As you progress through history, events will arise that will require attention and judgment. Your decision can have various outcomes, and sometimes only time will tell if your ruling is a beneficial one. So we do have an event. We'll wait for the ad break before we go and process that, though. We haven't found a neighbor yet. Got some coast over here with some fish. Now, your cities in this game can expand to be very, very, very large. So we could expand Brussels now that we've picked up the grape. We could expand southwards, although we might pick up the salt at some point. It might not be something we need to rush. But we could expand sort of west and south, picking up the rice, more rice, the gold, and then even picking up the fish over here, which might not be a bad idea. And then we could think about settling over here. On the other hand, there's some mountains in the distance that apparently we can see. That's kind of cool. So maybe there's not actually that much good colonizable terrain over there, in which case it'll be better to expand Brussels north, but there's not that many resources over here either. I guess we'll have to figure out what the situation is once we're done scouting. We've got 52 seconds of ad left, but I don't want to deal with the event while we're away over here. No beer made from rice, please. We can make some nice some soju or sake. But soju's also made from rice, right? And I quite like soju. There's a wonderful board game that I've played recently called Distillery? Distillers? I think it's called Distillery. That's a really great board game, which is a theme that you're running a distillery and you're making these different types of alcohol, which is a lot of fun. Is Petra in this game? I don't know. Distilled. That's what it's called. Thank you. Distilled. Really great. It's on Board Game Arena, which is a website. I like it a lot. All right. So ad break is ending here. So let's click. We've got an event called the Forest Fort. Hard to say.
A boy no older than 16 enters your court, springing with excitement. He explains that he and his friends were climbing trees, and while sitting atop a giant oak, he spotted a raised and unnaturally round hill and smoke, as though from a campfire rising in the distance. He requests support to safely investigate.
Welcome back from the ad. You haven't missed anything. We skipped one, maybe two turns, but nothing was happening. Until now, we got an event. We got a history thing. Legend has it that Brian Boru, the High King of Ireland in 11th century CE, claimed his throne in the forest fort of Baelboru, which I'm sure is not how it's pronounced. Centuries later, the fort and its spoils were discovered, and today its ruins remain a local site where kids and their friends relive the High King's tales. Our options are: send a scoot, -10 happiness in your, specifically, happiness, right, one of the quality of life modifiers. -10 happiness in your capital for 10 turns. But we get 5 jewelry and 5 ceramic pots. We could arm the boy and his friends, getting -10 security, quality of life in our capital for 10 turns, and also get 5 jewelry and 5 ceramic pots, or we can say such imagination, ignore. Let's send a scout. We'll take the jewelry, we'll take the ceramic pots. Cool. There we go. Now, if we check Brussels, you can see our quality of life over here. Happiness has got -10 currently, but it's only temporary. It'll be fine. Scout over here is idle, slightly damaged from fighting the wolf, but honestly, yeah, it's just gonna take 2 ticks. Worst case scenario, we lose 70 hit points fighting against the lion. We can go ahead and clear this, so we will do so because we're here, and then we'll get this cash as well. that's going to be fine. But yeah, while removing predators, we found fur and food, so we're getting more and more resources. Oh, we are out of feasts. Not enough feasts to support amenity consumption, so we will go and assign a new amenity over here. Again, we still have those candles that we could use, which I'm thinking about saving the candle until we're building a religious improvement. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to slot in jewelry as an amenity over here. So we're going to consume one every 10 turns. We got 5 of them. And while they're running, it's going to increase prosperity and happiness, which are these quality of life modifiers over here. Great. So we'll do that, which is also going to satisfy the tutorial of slotting in an amenity, which is done. Brilliant. I have a decent amount of money. Yeah, it's going to cost me 98 gold. Let's rush this farm. There we go. Let's accelerate this farm at this point. Get our grape going on. Oh, yes. I think we did get a plow. And so this is one of those things where it's like, we don't necessarily, it might be handy to maybe get an alert that we can tweak some things. We'll see. So by default, this is showing me all the zones, like all the regions and their subzones. We can also have it set to highlight improvements. So this is all types of improvements, or these are specifically crafter improvements. These are specifically harvester improvements. But this is quite useful to see what's got things slotted in and what doesn't. So in my current farm, I could slot in the plow. But I'm wondering, I think I'm just going to put it in my grape farm. So I'm going to save it for the grape farm. Although I can always move it, I suppose. We can do 1 turn of efficiency, presumably, but we'll do it this way. Oh, we finished our grain storage as well. So yeah, we get a couple new recipes. The grain store and bread as a recipe. We can build the granary as an improvement. And this unlocks the ability for us to actually harvest rice grains, which is great because we've got a bunch of rice nearby. Oh, we've encountered a tribe. So this is effectively like a city-state, not another player. You've discovered an independent tribe nearby. Tribes will sometimes reach out, and how you respond can impact their perception of you. Those that hold you in high esteem might join your nation, while those who dislike you might attack. Hover over the status bar to see how the nearby tribe feels about your nation. So this is the Surcelez. I don't know what language this is based on, so it's like, how are we parsing the double L? How are we parsing the C sound? I'm gonna say Courcelle. I'm gonna take kind of a French pronunciation for it, and I'll say Courcelle tribe. So yeah, they're currently friendly, which is great. You know, they're over in this greenish area. Cool. We're starting friendly. That's awesome. Hopefully that maybe we can maintain that. So yeah, they'll fire some events at us from time to time. So we got to pick some new research to do now. I mean, if we're going to go towards the fish, it feels like rope making eventually we'll need. This also leads to Stonehenge. Ooh. Herbalism. Apothecary helps increase health happiness. Pottery, you can be potheads. Make some ceramic pots, which I think is also good for happiness. Animal husbandry unlocks a lot of animals. It also gives us some prestige directly, which is kind of nice. Unlocks the butcher shop. Need rope for, yeah, some of the advanced crafting. And then there's also archery, just to get access to archers. Let's go rope. If nothing else, we might decide to build the Stonehenge for funsies. Courcelle is a town in Belgium in the French-speaking part. Oh, cool. Unlock the barbecue, animal husbandry. We might still do that. We need to research 3 more to get to the next era. And for all I know, we might research all of it. But let's get rope making. We got an exclamation mark here. Oh, for goals, but there's no currently any goals. Okay. Oh, we have another event.
Scholars from a nearby tribe hurriedly seek audience with you to beg for your help. Their latest works and studies are being decried as magic and an affront to the spirits which protect their people from peril. They disagree and believe there are those in power within the tribe that would support their work, but refuse to come out of the shadows without your support to their claim.
A little history lesson. King Henry VI of England was known for his interest in the science of alchemy. He encouraged people to experiment and learn. In the 1440s, alchemy was looked down on and often associated with witchcraft, so the king granted licenses to perform science to promote the research of his favorite subject. Option 1. Send your science advisor. Costs us 15 wealth. We get a +1 relationship with the tribe and 5 prestige. Prestige is going to be very important. We'll get a tutorial pop up for it soon. Option 2. Provide advice and guidance. This will gain us 2 books, which is a resource that we can use. I believe it's an amenity that we can slot in. Yeah, as a supply, city knowledge, as an amenity, city knowledge, yep. But it will hurt our relationship with the Courcelle. And we're already friendly with them, so I think I would like to improve our relationship. Finally, we could decry their science as sorcery, We get plus 10 happiness in all of our cities for 30 turns, but we get minus 10 knowledge. I like option 1. Costs us 15 wealth, which we can afford. We'll get a relationship boost and some prestige. Yeah, let's see about getting them to join. There we go. Now, hey, they're grateful now. We're even better off. Lovely. Gaining prestige. There we go. I knew we'd get a pop-up for this soon. Your actions have started to gain you prestige, propelling you onto the world stage. The nation with the highest prestige at the end of the game's 3 acts is crowned the winner. Not 3 ages, 3 acts. So we're going to be advancing from the Stone Age to the Bronze Age. We're still going to be in Act 1 at that point. Click your current prestige count to learn more. We got 61 over here. Clicky, clicky. Prestigious beginnings. You've explored how to manage your nation's science, military, and commerce. Have we? But that's not the only way to become a true world power. Click next to learn of other ways to gain prestige. Government, culture, and religion are other vital ways to gain prestige. Research technologies related to these domains to unlock powerful new tools for the stewardship of your citizens, the creation of art and literature, and the cultivation of sacred beliefs. Click on each domain to learn key ways to gain prestige in each. So we're on the prestige tab over here. I could say expand the military domain. We currently have 0 prestige there. And we can see things that happen. So certain military technologies will give us stuff if we get triumphs. If we win wars. Losing wars, I wonder if it gives us negative prestige, or maybe it's just another, you can still gain some prestige, maybe, you know, learning lessons. It might be a negative. Alliances, etc., 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 etc. Look under commerce, events, so we got random event that gave us the 5. Wealth gain gives us some technologies, triumphs, act goals, build certain improvements. Each earn prestige by founding cities, having high quality of life stats each turn, and completing goals. So we've gotten 34 prestige from high quality of life so far. Cool, groovy. Religion, so so many things over here. And not only, as they talks about, this is how you win the game, but I think you can also lose the game if you go into a new act and you are at a forgettable level of prestige. I think we'll get a pop-up somewhere there. Oh, right over here. Standings. The goal of Ara is to stand above your peers on the world stage through the accumulation of prestige. Forgettable nations will be culled at act transition. The nation with the highest prestige at the end of the game is the winner. Gain prestige to stay memorable. So we're currently memorable. 2 people are currently forgettable. And I don't know if the forgettable threshold is a specific number for the act, or if it's relative, or if it's just the bottom 2 get culled. I actually don't know what determines here. We'll have to keep checking to see if there's always 2 down here. And also, like, does it get replaced by the thing, or yeah, they just get eliminated? Can everything transition forward? I don't know. All right, next turn. Predators cleared. There we go. More resources. You are idle. You're currently down some hit points. There's a chance. No, we cannot die to fighting the Rhino. Worst case scenario. Oh, no, I did it wrong. I was thinking worst case scenario, we lose 60 hit points. That's not true. We could die fighting the Rhino. We could rest 1 turn, and then we could go fight the Rhino with literally no chance of dying, and then we could go into our home to do that. Oh, we didn't pick up this cache. Sorry about that. Thank you for the reminder. We getting like locust swarms over here? Oh no, they're birds. They're like starlings. Again, so some people are having slight visual performance issues with the game. I wonder why. What the heck, man? Like, I'm hoping that zoomed out, these things aren't being rendered. It's not like the whole thing with theoretically CS2 teeth things. But again, we zoom into the town, and, well, the city's not all that bustling yet. Oh, there you go, some people there. Later on, oh, there's some people walking around. Wait until the city gets packed. It's going to be crazy sauce. And very lovely. Oh, and if you leave the game idle for like 5 minutes, it has like an idle mode where it'll like pick a place on the map. It'll be a unit or some improvement, a city somewhere. It'll zoom in close and do like a slow sort of rotation around it with like depth of field and stuff. It looks gorgeous. Training complete. Your spearman's training is complete. View the deployment panel to give them their marching orders. Click on the panel in the lower left. So we've trained a unit, but it's gone to reserves. So deploy armed forces. Clicky, clicky. Select a formation. Here's where you can assign your reserves into a formation and deploy them as a force. A formation can be comprised of different numbers and types of units. Some larger formations can also be assigned a tactic, providing a significant benefit if the correct types of units are used in the correct slots. Assign your spearmen to squad formation and click next. So currently, we have 2 formations available. We have the squad, which is a unit of 1. Just the 1 spearman would go into here. It would be a solo squad. We also have access to battalion, which should be for 3. If we built say 3 spearmen or 2 spearmen and archer or something like that. We could deploy them this way. Let's go ahead and just do this. You see land, sea, and air as well. We don't have any paragons to assign to this squad yet. That is empty. So we'll just go ahead and throw the spearmen in here. We'll just do the one. That's going to be fine. So capability, strength is 5. Maintenance is a little bit of food. It's going to deploy from Brussels. Sure, fine. Oh, we'll hit next over here. Unit of spearmen are now ready to be deployed as a force organization and squad formation, but be mindful. Forces require maintenance once they're deployed, and the larger the formation, the higher the upkeep cost. Choose a city where you like to deploy your force and click deploy. Okay, so let's do this. Boom. And again, they're not instantly available because all we're doing is queuing up an order over here. Our city is idle, right? Because we're building that. So perhaps we should build a fermenting pit because we now have grapes. Oh, that probably shows up over here. We now have grapes. We currently have 1 stored up, and we're producing 1 grape every other turn as well. And we need 1 to build a fermenting pit. So it says an early game crafting improvement that can produce goods to bolster growth and happiness. We get a prestige just from building it. Plus 25% craft production to fermenting pits and their upgrades in this region. So I think if we stack multiple fermenting pits in the same region, they boost each other's performances. And so one thing we'd be looking at with the zones is, do you specialize the zones on various roles? So for example, once we can build a granary, which you can't do right now because we don't have any grain. Once we build the granary, it boosts productions of farms within the region. So theoretically, and farms I think boost other farms as well. Yeah, plus 5 bonus region harvest production for each farm improvement in this improvements region. So stacking multiple farms in one region is good. Putting a granary in the farm region as well is good. What I would like, and unfortunately I don't think we can do this, I would love to be able to rename regions. We can rename our city. I'd love to be able to rename regions so I can remind myself what each region is. Rather than calling this Dendermond, I would call this Winetown or something like that. I don't believe we can rename regions. It would be cool if we did. So let's build a fermenting pit. I'll just go ahead and build it in capital. You can see here we've got a nation limit. We can only have 3 fermenting pits in the nation period. Oh, I'll do it this way. I'll select a specific spot right away, and I'll drop a fermenting pit in there. Boop. There we go. And yeah, you're right. I forgot to assign a plow over here. Yeah, you don't plow grapes, but theoretically, maybe we plow some furrows. It's still going to boost the grape production over here, which is also food. Although I think we're getting less food over here. 1.5 per turn. I think it's splitting its production. Or no, well, hold on. Now it's doing both. Right now it's 1 grape every 2 turns. They both look lit. That might be a UI glitch. Looks like it's just producing food right now. And now it's just producing grapes. If it bothers people, we can put the plow in the other place. But then, yeah, the other thing is, and this is, I think, another UI thing, we might have the ability to slot in more things in these places. Well, see, the Wraithheart could use a lithic tool to produce feasts more quickly. Yeah, we don't have any extra plows or anything like that, so I can't do anything there. You know, but we don't actually get a notice. I don't think there's a highlight when, like, oh, there's something you could slot in here right now. So you kind of have to check from time to time. That's not great. But hey, we've got spare lithic tools. We're producing them. Let's throw in one into our Great Hearth to accelerate that. That's going to be okay. Check the white line lighting up to what way is being produced. Yeah, I had noticed that. Yeah. But it's weird because it's like got the sort of beigey golden background. And this has got... Oh, maybe because of the order? Maybe it'll change after we wait a turn, but we definitely want this on grapes, so that's going to be okay. Reserves added, that's fine. Oh, Paragon available. Hey, we got our first Paragon. So we got 3 choices over here. We got a pioneer, a scientist, and an engineer. I like how this one's Fag. Makes me think it's like a Far Side comic. This is the Fagonizer or whatever. What is it called? Like the spiky tail on one of the dinosaurs, which has now been adopted as the official name for that part of the dinosaur. Someone will get I think it's a Thogomizer. Something very... Thagomizer? There you go. Maybe this is specifically an actual reference to that. It's entirely possible. Okay, so each one of these will do something different depending on where we slot them in. So we can have a chief advisor. You can have domestic advisors, military advisors. They can make masterpieces. They can also be assigned to a force as well. So let's assume we're looking at a chief advisor over here. So this can be used to grow your cities faster if your city's smaller. I mean, we're obviously going to take the scientists, but chief advisor here, plus 10% build production in all cities. And I think this is the chief advisor. I think it affects her entire nation. Oh, this is research in places with a science improvement. We don't have a science improvement. But we could just slot this in as a domestic advisor, which I think might be for the city itself, which gives a static amount of research per turn, which actually seems pretty good. So let's select Taputi Bella Te Kalim. And I guess these are actual figures because they have a date over here, although I like that Thag is just 2.6 million BCE. It's great.
Taputi Bella Te Kalim, Babylonian perfume maker, considered the world's first recorded chemist.
Babylonian perfume maker, considered the world's first chemist? If I scrolled down, I might have been able to see some history. All right, you select your first Paragon. Your Paragon can serve in a variety of roles, from advisors to masterpiece creators to force commanders. To begin, placing your Paragon as a chief advisor leads to a robust bonus. Well, yeah, so it wants me to set it as a chief advisor, but again, since I don't have any science improvements, I believe this wouldn't do anything right now. So instead, I'm going to assign Taputi to my domestic advisor for a static 5 science per turn. Currently, our research is 6, so we're going to almost double our research here by doing this. Blam, to 11. I mean, that seems like a power move to me. And yeah, here is our advisor tab right over there. We can keep track of who's available, who's assigned. We can presumably move them around. We got a minus button over here, so cool. What else we got over here? Region. Oh, more advisor stuff. Cool. Yep. Excellent. Religion. No religions yet. And, and our current government. Currently chiefdom with a city cap of 3. The cities in here do a lot more. I don't think you'd want a lot of cities. And apparently this is just a soft cap over here. If you go over this, you're just starting to take a, maybe a quality of life hit. And the limit goes up as you get new governments as well. So, all right. Units idle. Right, over here. I'd said I could rest 1 turn and then go after the Rhino. And I think I will. I wonder if I just spacebar you, because this is like wait until healed. There, just wait, you'll heal some HP. Perfect. That's what I want to do. Mustering Courage. Your squad is starting to assemble and will be complete mustering in 3 turns. So first we build the unit, the Spearman, then we assign it to a squad, then that has to muster. So we have to wait for that to show up. Yep, mustering begins. We can see it over here. Our scout is now at 75 hit points, so I think he can beat the Rhino without dying. So we're going to do that. All right, we've researched rope making. So yeah, new recipe unlocked for rope. We can build the fishing net improvement. The Stonehenge culture improvement provides substantial early game bonus to city, knowledge, and security. 150 prestige on completion. Oh, we need to save up 5 lithic tools and 10 rope to build this. Okay. We can also build a logging camp, which will give us more timber, which is great. And yeah, we can start working fish. All right. Now we have a bit of a goal. Let's get ourselves up to 10 rope. All right. Force of complete mustering. Yep. So we can move them. Next technology. You know what? I think we'll grab the animal husbandry. All right. Yeah, build logging camp, yada, yada, yada. Hold on. Our forces are deployed, so right over here we've got a spearman. And we can send them out. Now, if we were to mouse over the Rhino, I believe our chances are... Well, here it's telling us the same chances. Which I'm surprised about. I thought that maybe the spearman would be better than the scout. Or maybe the scout has a bonus to this. Anyway, let's send you out over here and clear out this alligator. I don't think we have access to any science improvements yet. That might be a next era thing. Yeah, fermenting pit, good. So, okay, my workshop over here. Now that we can build rope, let's queue up 10 rope as a one-time job. And then we'll go back to making lithic tools, and then at some point we should be able to build Stonehenge, I think. We could accelerate it. How's my wealth? I'm not sitting on a ton. I think it's probably worth throwing some wealth in here. It is 5 per turn, but it's going to give me plus 50 production. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Okay. We'll burn through this rope much faster. Okay. Yeah, we can rename the spearman. Let's do that now. Where's my list? Right here. Nightmare. That's a good name. I mean, we could wait for a mounted unit. Nightmare. Okay. And I guess, especially later when we get actual, like, battalions, which are going to be a mix of, say, again, let's say 2 spearmen and archer, then, yeah, we're really not laming a unit. We're not having to keep track of the name of the thing in any way. Put the first rope to supply the workshop for a boost. Oh, maybe, yeah, we could make 11 rope. Or I could unslot it later as well. That's entirely possible, too. Yeah. All right, claim generated. So we can expand over here. What are we looking for? It's a tough decision, because do we want to expand Belgium down here, or Brussels down here? Again, because of the mountains, I don't know if we're going to settle over there, so I'm wondering about a little bit more north. How good are these places? Well, that's not bad. That's a lot of material. A little bit of wood, a little bit of food. I mean, I guess we could count up the total number of resources and try to use that as a weight. Or go this way. We can actually exploit rice. I kind of feel like what we're going to do is we're going to grab this, and we'll grab this other rice. We don't produce a lot of wood, so I think we're kind of incentivized to grab a place that produces more wood. That's quite a lot over here. This would be a 4-wood spot. But I think, these are only 3 resource tiles, or 3 zones. Although it might be fine. It's taking us a while to fill up the zones. Only 3, but it does have rice. Whereas this one has 5. Lots of space over here. I don't know if there's border friction with city-states. It's an interesting question if we did expand over there. Like, if we grab this, we'd still have a gap, so it's not the end of the world. I don't know. I feel like accessing rice is a good idea. It's a staple food item. Sure. Let's go to Mouscron. I'm going to keep defaulting to a kind of a French kind of pronunciation. Again, we don't have access to it right away because we've only just queued up the command to go there, which is fine. At some point, we'll gain the ability to make or own that. Also, no materials. Yeah, but our material situation's not so bad right now. Okay, Predator cleared. Oh, we get an event.
A prestigious nation requires a majestic residence for its leader. Beyond serving as a testament to your success, such a palace can also honor your nation's past and future. Your advisors are excited to build a palace on a site proven auspicious for your people over the centuries, and the oracles urge you to do so with haste.
Palace to time. So this is setting up our first goal for the act, which the first step is going to be gain 10,000 population. Okay? So honor past and present, unlocked act goal, gain 10,000 population. Yeah, that's why I was thinking the voices are probably quiet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to boost the master volume back up. And then I'll bring down the effects and UI a little bit. I'm going to keep the voice maxed. And then I can also do this. You'll have to let me know how that feels overall as a balance. All right, so this unit, heavily damaged. I'm going to pop it into friendly territory, and we'll do a big bulk heal. Oh, drop the S? Moucron? All right. Okay, we're at the top of the memorable build here. Go us. And yeah, we'll just drop a little heal on you. Yeah, the text, normally the quest I get is to build a palace, and that text sounded palacey, but anyway. Research complete animal husbandry, which gives us some prestige right off the bat, and unlock some more recipes. The plow, cured meats, butcher shop. Presumably the butcher shop is where the cured meats get made, and then there's a bunch of just aminals that we can use now on the map if we were to find those. Okay, we have to research at least one more technology to get to the next era. I think I want access to archers. Yeah, I think I'd like this. French, where half the letters are silent, we don't tell you which. Yeah, because English is much better. Like, let me introduce you to literally any city or town that exists in England, and then try to guess how the name is supposed to be pronounced. But yeah, no, French is also pretty bad. One of the things that impressed me about Italian, which essentially is working to learn, is in Italian you basically pronounce every letter every time. And I've got to give them kudos for that. All right, so our Nightmare over here, the single spearman unit, has cleared out the alligators. We'll probably... Actually, I guess I'll put you here. This is own territory, so you can do a faster heal if you go over there, so that's going to be fine. Oiseau, enough said. Well, I did the first part of that wazo makes sense. O-I, wa, sure, okay, cool. The fact that at some point in French, E-A-U just became O. All right, sure, whatever. The word Q, yeah, that's a good one too. Now, it doesn't help that English is a blend of different words, that's true. All right. We could build another fermenting pit, but I don't know if we need to. The fermenting pit is done. We got to choose some crafting for it. So wine or syrup. Well, I can actually build syrup. Can I? Harvested from sugar and cocoa. Does that actually not need an input? Maybe what it's saying here is that if we find sugar or cocoa on the map, we can just get syrup directly. Or we can produce it in a fermenting pit, which is what I'm thinking. But let's make wine. So this wine will probably use as an amenity. Oh, when our city grew, we unlocked a second amenity slot as well. So hey, we've got 3 feasts kicking around. Yeah, let's throw those in there. So again, I think I would like more notices when maybe we have the ability to do these things, because right now I'm kind of having to check kind of every turn or so to make sure we're not missing an opportunity. But if we're using these feasts and different things like that, our city should grow, faster and faster, which is going to use more slots. We could throw some money. Oh, we can make rice wine. That's interesting. Can I? Okay, I frustratingly still cannot make a granary. We could use rice. Like, granary can produce whatever the object it produces, right over here. Granary can produce a grain store, which we can make with rice, we just saw on the rice thing. But I can't build a granary unless I have at least one actual grain to get started. Maybe we can trade for that once we find a neighbor. But I'm wondering if we should get a second workshop. For now, I think I'm going to throw the grain into here, into the wine production. Or I could do I guess I could do the grape. Grape can only be used to craft wine. Yeah, let's just throw the grape in there. Let's do that. We could slap down a settler. And start a second town now. Maybe we should just do that. You know what I'm actually wondering about is getting a second scout. Although now that we've got our spearmen, maybe the scout can just do scouty things as opposed to fighting things. You know what? Let's get a settler going. Training a settler. Now training a settler. Once training is complete, you'll be able to use a settler found in your next city. Okay, cool. Unit idle. You are going to wait until healed. And I might just put this scout on auto explore, which thankfully exists. Oh yeah, we even got the prompt here for train a settler. All right, the scout is done. Yeah, so we got an auto explorer over here. Although let me manually push out over here first. Research complete. Archers. We can build a watchtower. An early game improvement boosts your strength of your forces in its region. A hunting camp. Camp harvests local wildlife in the area's place, providing more resources and wealth. And we've unlocked a new formation, a wedge formation, which specifically wants 1 melee and 2 projectile units. And gives you a 10% strength if you do that. I propose we advance to the next era. We'll never be able to research pottery or herbalism, but in theory, these things will get filled in later on with future tech. Pottery to hold your booze is not a bad point, Pygrove. But let's see what this does. We just abandon this. Triumph. Another way to gain prestige is to build great triumphs. The incredible structures made throughout. I think these are wonders. Each triumph requires use of all zones in a region. Oh! And often have unique production costs, require goods and resources, but are worth the cost for the prestige and special abilities they grant. Examine the list of triumphs and projects. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep one of our regions completely empty, or presumably we could maybe still plop a wonder on there, but it would override things. We haven't started building Stonehenge yet. We are waiting. We need 10 rope. We currently have 2. And then we'll also need 5 lithic tools as well. So we're waiting on that. All right, so this guy's going to keep just booping hostile units around. Actually, go and get this resource cache instead. Maybe we can get some rope out of some of these caches. I think, and we got this cache, which is great. We got, some gems of some kind. Yeah, maybe, you know what? I'll manually send you here. I think when your scouts are on auto explore, I think they will pop caches for you. Can check if 2 empires fall off at completion. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, it was here. And standings? Still 2 forgettable. So that might always be the case. Right now we're at the remarkable tier. Go us. Oh, hold on. Maybe only our scouts can pop caches. It says move your scouts here. I suspect that's the case. All right, well, you just keep booping baddies, because we still get resources from doing that, so that's okay. Oh, we met another tribe. And you do get a warning here if the crafter is idle. So our Great Hearth is not producing anything right now. Interestingly enough. I think I'm going to get you to just keep making feasts forever and ever. 22 turns right now. Oh, I could slot a candle in here. Yeah. So, okay. That's... Oh. Okay, so the lithic tool slotted in here gives us crafting production at this improvement, or harvest production if we put it in there. The candle doesn't improve our production at all, but if it's slotted as a supply, which is what it is, it just gives the city +2 knowledge. Yeah, we're at 52 over here. Oh, that's very interesting. We get some wine we can slot in here too. And yeah, different slots have different options as well. So this slot here is the drink slot, I guess. And this one here is computers and books. We have an event.
The tribe's leader watches with disinterest as one of his people rubs his hands nervously, a sack of gold at his feet. It seems the man stole from the treasury, but the guilt was too much, and he came forward to return his purloined prize. The ruler is about to cast judgment, but interested in your sense of justice, asks for your counsel.
Okay, so we didn't check. We did discover another tribe. This is Anderlecht. Isn't that the name of, like, one of the big Belgian foot soccer ball teams? We get some history about Desmond Tutu here. So we can condemn him for his crime. We lose happiness in our capital, but get a +1 relationship with Anderlecht tribe. We could just say, screw these guys. Or we could work. Release him for his honesty. We would get happiness in our cities, -1 relation. Or we could take the gold for ourselves. I wonder, I don't know what happens if we send these guys all the way down to the bottom. Can we war them? Happiness in our city, like 5 turns of happiness one way or another does nothing. 50 wealth, honestly, I'm not sure that's really a big deal. I'm wondering at this point, this is such an easy thing for us to do for the +1 relation. Maybe we just make friends here too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the +5 happiness is worth it. Unless we specifically want to troll them. They will attack. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's make friends over here. There we go. They're open to neutral. Cool stuff. So they're over there. Okay. So we got the Courcelles and Anderlecht over here. Yeah, and they do have their own troops as well. Oh, someone was asking, what does rope do as a supply? Oh, see, this farm takes different improvements as well. What had we been looking at? Was it the fermenting pit? No. Oh, it was a great hearth, wasn't it? Rope over here. As supply, plus 50% craft production at this improvement. Oh! So we should do that, because the lithic tools is only plus 25 crafting. So we should use the rope here to make the feast faster. And then our farm 1 over here, you should get... Oh, and it's plows, that's right. So I don't think we've got anything else to use the tool for currently. Use the rope in the workshop. That's an interesting question. No. Oh, yes, it can be used in the second slot over here. Cool, let's do it, because we did have more rope. And we can unslot this stuff later when it comes time to build Stonehenge, which is going to take a while. And we'll need to reserve a region for it as well. All right, you're idle. Yeah, I'll just put you on auto explore. I think you're coming over here to pick up this resource cache. All right, we have a settler. Settler's trained and ready to find a suitable location in New York City. Click on your settler and then click on the settle action to get started. So that is kind of interesting, right? Because you can move it around, obviously. But you can click settle and it's like, oh, you think, oh, this is going to settle in the location. It actually doesn't. What this does is you're choosing the location here. After clicking settle, highlights on the map will appear indicating how a city found there might fare. You can hover over any region for more details. Settling in a region will replace your settler with a gathering hall, the heart of the new city. So, we can get these tooltips over here. I don't know. I guess there might be some color coding. It's a little hard to tell. I think what I'm going to want to do is push out my view a little bit more. Oh, this place looks great in Tournai. Look at this place, right? It's got 2 upticks for the zone rating, the yield rating, the resource rating. So maybe that. Whereas over here, the resource rating is apparently meh, kind of mid. Down here, oh, this is 3 upticks over here. Resource rating is kind of meh, but the zone rating and yield rating, for whatever that is quite high. Oh, is it because some of these places... Yeah, this has got grapes, I think, but are locked off. That's why it's a resource. So this has no resource here, although the neighboring tiles might. It's got some sheep not too far away. And yeah, the base production is going to be god tier. Hopefully these guys don't mind. Let's head down here. The light blue borders are the highlight. Ah, I see. This is a sweet spot. This is a sweet spot. Okay. Maybe a little paler blue over here. But yeah, these are the really highlighted ones. Oh, this one's actually super god tier. Hold on. Because it's got a resource in its zone itself. Yeah. And then we choose which one of these subzones to have it. I don't think I want to put it where the corn is, because we're going to want to build a proper farm on it, presumably. Unless it gets auto harvested by just plopping onto it. Got a bit of a cat problem. Yeah, we'll have to send our troops down here. There you go. Establish new city, 4 turns. Distance capital 3, distance C3. Yields, corn, sure, seems good. Yeah, if the corn counts as grain, and it does, that is going to be really useful. Yep. With your location set, your settler will move to the identified location and begin building the gathering hall if the space is still unoccupied. It's possible another nation might also be vying for the spot. Your second city will be officially founded once construction of the gathering hall completes. It may take a few turns. I'm going to cancel the auto explorer. Let's get you to start booping this cougar here. There are cougars in your neighborhood, and they want to eat you. Not meet you, eat you. All right, city is idle. I'm wondering about building one proper army. In this case, using the formation we unlocked when we researched archery, which is 2 archers plus 1 melee, and building those. Alternatively, more workshops for more production. And also look at our zones. We could farm this rice. Seems like farming a resource as early as possible is pretty good. Actually, I kind of like the idea of a second scout. I think I'd sort of mentioned, I think I like the idea of a second scout. I'd like more vision and like more caches. Actually, I think that's a really good idea. City's going to block your expansion. Well, Brussels, I'm just going to have Brussels expand west. Maybe north. What is this? Oh, shellfish. Nice. Yeah, you could boop the hyena without doing some heals. Let's do that. There we go. Predators cleared. And pop that. And then, I don't know if this will count as friendly terrain instantly, but it'll be interesting to see if it does. Camels out here! Wild camels! And meteorite! Build a stone pit. So by default, it gives us access to precious metals. And with bronze working, which we're working towards, we could get metal ingots. And later on with industrialization, stained glass, or scientific method, we can get ourselves heavy metals. Well, that is quite the zone. think what I'll do is I'm going to move to friendly territory, heal, and then go after this leopard. Oh, they're not cougars, they're leopards. No, that one is a cougar. Okay. Oh, we got ourselves some syrup. Delish. And then the scout, yeah, I'll just wait until healed over here, and maybe he'll get a boost from the city starting to be established. Council recommends you begin the Metallica project immediately. Increase the max city cap. The city cap determines how many cities you can have. Your government type and city improvements affect this limit. In order to expand to more cities, either change your government type or build an improvement like a palace that raises the city cap. Well, right now we're still just at, well, we're now going to be at 2 of 3, so we're still okay for now. We do have this little mini quest to build a long camp, and honestly, well, we're getting +5 per turn, which isn't bad. Now, I'm going to go and build the farm over here. So you can see we could build a hunting camp or a logging camp over here, but it recommends the farm, which makes sense because it's got the rice. So let's do this. Okay, and Hasselt is set up. We want to rename this. We can keep our capital Brussels, but we could rename this after people. So initial project, I think for us, would be a farm on this corn, which will start to produce grain for us, which I think is going to be really nice. So let's do that. Wealth is only netting +2 per turn right now, and you can see Hasselt is costing us money right now, and we're spending some boosting our crafting as well. So we might want to do more crafting upgrades. But yeah, we've got a scoot ready to go. I'm just gonna put you on auto explore.
Pay attention, there's a new subscriber.
Hey, Zahiril! Thank you very much for the sub. Join the Discord. We have fun there. Oh, the Gathering Hall can craft stuff for us. We could have this also producing feasts. We could have it be producing jewelry instead. I kind of like the idea of more feasts, because then we can slot in more over here for growth. And in fact, I'm going to slot in a feast over here right away for Hasselt's growth a little bit more. I don't know that I can afford to spend food or wealth. Actually, our food is currently +16. I can throw food in here, costing us 2 per turn. Easy peasy. And in fact, in Brussels... Yeah, let's throw some food into here as well for even more. Yeah, lots of feast production. We're going to keep these feasts going like crazy sauce. It's basically just an improved rations thing. And like the city view in these places is just... Man, it's nice. So yeah, I think if we max these guys out, they will join our nation. So we're waiting for an event.
Founders of your nation's newest city look to you for advice. They hope to build into the city's foundation a guiding principle, one that will chart its destiny. In this case, literally. Masons stand by awaiting your direction. What word should be carved into the cornerstone of the Gathering Hall?
So we can carve the word victory, honor, or tradition. Each one of these will give me one of the quality of life benefits of city security, city happiness, city knowledge. These might have secondary effects. It does. So for security, it doesn't seem. The security measure how safe your citizens feel, inspiring and empowering a nation's military readiness. Increase security by building judicial and military improvements. The thing is, for city happiness, it says happier citizens mean more production. And for knowledge, it says knowledgeable citizens provide more research per turn. So I'm going to go for one of these two. I mean, I don't know, tech's cool, right? Who needs to be happy when we can just be smart? All right, yeah, you're in here. You're going to chill and heal. Go to a city, see what security does. I thought the tooltip was the same, though. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Force strength. If we get our security above 60, we get a force strength bonus, presumably maybe just within the borders of the city. But okay. Oh, yeah, we can see more of the breakpoints over here. So, yeah, if we get our health above 60, we get a 10% city growth bonus. Here with happiness, at 70, we're at 25% production. If we got to 80, it'd be plus 50%. That's crazy sauce. Okay. Yeah, the game's getting some negative reviews. I mean, now sometimes with these strategy games, the problem is reviewers don't always have a ton of time to play them. And sometimes, you know, don't necessarily get the opportunity to grok everything. On the other hand, sometimes they've experienced more of the late game than we have and see something that's more of an issue. I suspect the city management will feel kind of cumbersome in the later game. But right now it's feeling very exciting. The question is, what's the AI like? What's the difficulty like? We have no idea at this point. It's just way too... We're too early to make any kind of judgment. Right now, I'm overwhelmed with, this is cool and neat and I like it. We can explore the Encarta. Yep. Okay. All right. Here, we'll click it. There. Satisfied. Yep. We got our Civilopedia. I mean, there's a bunch of different things over here. Cool. Groovy. I remember when Encarta used to come on a CD. Oh, man. What a digital encyclopedia. That's crazy. I mean, it only, covered maybe 0.5% of all human knowledge, but it was the best you could get unless you wanted one of those subscriptions to Encyclopedia Britannica, and those things were a fortune. Wouldn't it be nice if there was some sort of like global free encyclopedia that anyone could like help contribute knowledge to? Man, that would be sick. Anyway, let's go and boop this cougar. Let's clear the area around Hasselt over here. Crazy expensive, but had some sick videos. It did. I didn't own it, but I think Essentia did. There might have been multiple discs.
To reach the Bronze Age.
Hey, Bronze Age. So we get some prestige. And enables right off the bat, Swordman, Metal Ingot, Stone Pit. This is going to be important improvement. The Line Formation, which is for 2 melee and 1 projectile. Copper Ingots, this. Hunting Camp. I think the check mark shows we already had this. Already unlocked. So by going to Bronze Working, so you see this is an interesting thing, and it'll be more important when you pick the next tech. So yeah, we ban herbalism and pottery. Don't need any of that stuff. Herbs and pot? That sounds like something that we will have to make laws against. But we've got new technologies available. Welcome to the Bronze Age in this era. The first urban societies emerged, inciting innovations in writing, trade, worship, and justice. New mining techniques enabling the use of harder metals led to the first warships, wheeled land forces, and diverse new ways for people to improve their quality of lives or to kill each other. The Bronze Age also sees local traditions replaced with organized religions and structured worship, a new cornerstone of these societies. With formalized laws and larger societies, new leadership is required. The first pharaohs, kings, and queens. Now, what we will see in here, like let's say we look at the wheel over here. So the wheel is partially behind my head. And no matter where I put my head, it's going to block something. You may notice that, first of all, there's a little check mark over here in the logging camp. And under the wheel fly down, the logging camp is grayed out over here. We already have this tech. But you can see there's multiple ways to get stuff. So even if you don't complete all the technology at one point, you can pick it up again later on. It's a question of sort of timing and priority. Hey, look, masonry, ceramic pots, ceramic shops. We didn't need to research pottery. We're going to get it here. Also enables potentially the Great Pyramid of Giza, although again, we need tons of material for this as well. So that's kind of interesting to me. And there's going to be a big question mark of, well, then what is the most efficient sort of path to progress through things? I propose right now we'll pick up masonry because we did skip pottery and all that, and this will at least give us access to these things. The Great Pyramid in Brussels would be great. But it was funny, the discussion with like Civ 7, right? And like the idea of changing your nations between eras but keeping the same ruler and having rulers and nations being decoupled from one another, which is something you could do in previous versions of Civ, but let's, not go there because, I mean, God forbid you dissuade someone from their particular favorite rant of the moment. People are like, well, it's weird, it's ahistoric, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, but we can also build the pyramids in Brussels. What history? It's Civ, for crying out loud. Anyway. All right, this Scoot Maxnor is healed up here, so we'll throw you onto the Auto Explorer. Yeah, that's fine. I entered Bronze Age, that's good. Yeah. We might want to settle up here, or we could, from Brussels, we could make a beeline up here for these resources, but I'm thinking we're going to want to settle in this area. Yeah, go to space in 1802. Oh, using overlays. There are several overlays to help you visually customize the information presented on screen, get the details you need to see at a glance, including yields, region borders, etc. Yeah, so, I'm building dwelling. Hold on. I'm going to do this. So, we could hide borders, we could hide roads, hide religions, we could show resources, show improvements, show yields. I think we're fine with default. That's okay. We're also getting prompted build a dwelling. Your city has grown, as has its population. More people mean a need for more housing. You will need to build a dwelling to make sure there's space for your citizens to live comfortably. Click Select Project in your city view and place a dwelling in your city. So if we do look at our city over here, So we're currently at population 4 out of 5. We need more housing if we want more people. So we can indeed do this. We can go to any of our little slots over here, and dwelling is something we can build, which gives us +3 housing. It also gives us more city production. Oh, and bonus city housing if built in your city center. So if we're going to build a dwelling, we should really put it in the city center, which means maybe I should have not built these here, although maybe more of these things have bonuses for being in the city center. I don't know. So we'll finish this farm. Actually, I think we probably will build a dwelling next. Although we've got 21 turns to do it. We could still do something else first. You know what? Just to progress through this tutorial guide, here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to queue up a logging camp. Nope, not there. Sorry, my bad. I forgot I had a tile selected. Some of these might want to be... Maybe I'll just build the logging camp somewhere else. Yeah, all right. I'll queue up the dwelling here and then forget about it. Oh, and right, and there's a claim generated over here as well. Where we go next? We get even more rice. We could expand north here, although maybe what we really want is another city in this area. Although the salt here is not too shabby. We could expand. We could claim one of these sea tiles. I could expand south as well, and then claim a sea tile from there. It's got whales on it, huh? Which apparently salt. Oh, probably from the sea. But we can get food oil. We can get tallow later on with additional tech. We are a little hurting for wealth, and the sea tiles are really good for money. That's true. And then we can see what kind of things we can do there. There's only room for 2 improvements. But then we can start doing some fishing. Again, unless I want to go down south here. I think I could take Utenard and then pick up this one. But there's no resource in here. Here there's fish. Yeah, you know what? Let's have a whale of a good time. Done. And we have an event.
The artisans of a nearby tribe have created impressive woven fabrics and patterns for the changing weather. You send your emissaries to trade for some of their work, but they are stopped by the tribe's leader. It is our belief that both our peoples have uniquely skilled artisans. We'd be happy to formally trade these goods to establish a friendship between our people that will last for centuries.
So we're going to say yes to this because I think this is going to cap out our relationship with them. So, agree to formal trade. We get a 5% hit to our build production and our capital for 10 turns. Sucks, but what are you going to do? We gain a fabric and +1 relationship. And yeah, we could take a look at some of our productions over here if we sort by improvements. Where are we spending gold on anywhere? Oh, I don't think we are. No, -5 crafting. Oh, it's because it's the Q. Which actually, I'm wondering if instead of improvements, if I go to crafters, no, it still doesn't show me there. But it's on one of the Q ones we're consuming gold. Yeah, right here, actually double. And could we switch to something else? No, not there. Here I could consume materials instead. You know what? Let's do that. Save ourselves a few bucks. Not much, but just to make sure that that's going to work out okay. Oh, wait, hold on. It's not happening right now. We're still working on the rope, so it's not even consuming this right now, so that's not a thing. That's a good question. Where are we consuming 5 gold for crafting? Is it the other city? No. These are only crafters. This is food. Oh yeah, it's just the rope. And that is 5. Sorry, I was confused because this one was 2, so I thought it didn't make sense. I didn't realize the rope was 5. That's why, like, there's something that's not max, and there's got to be something else that's consuming the 3. Because I was thinking 2 + 3, but no. It's just the rope one just uses 5 straight out. Okay. And that's fine. You know what? I still want this to be accelerated. That I'm okay with. We're still net positive on wealth, and theoretically that's about to improve in a second here, so I think that's okay. We discovered a new biome, temperate grasslands. Oh, how interesting. All right. Oh, new claim over here for Hasselt. They literally have copper over here. So I started by saying literally because I thought this was gold, so I was going to say they literally have gold over here if I'm worried about money. Towards Limburg, we do get pigs. I don't know. Let's get some meat going. Is it set for infinite rope? I thought I'd set it for a specific number of rope. No, it's not infinite. It's not lit. I know you can see the infinity symbol over here, but it's a toggle. You can see the toggle is on for lithic tools. For ropes, we're producing 4 more over here. So yeah, a set number. We're fine. I'm fond of pigs. Thank you very much. Now I totally just heard Seenie Beanie say that in my head. I think we were going to go long today. I strongly suspect. Rebel relationship updated. Region claimed. Okay. You have claimed... Oh, okay, that's that. Oh, okay. So this tribe joined our city as population. So it didn't give us the region or anything by itself, but 1,500 new people just arrived over here, which has moved us quite a bit closer to the next growth boost, which is great. Excellent. How's Ava today? Not great, because Bella is quite sick. Ava is currently... Oh, we've got an ad break going on. We're not getting the pop-ups for the snooze, but honestly, we had to go and take that. Pausing game during ads. But it's a great time to talk about Ava. Bella is sick. She's been sick for a few days. Kiss for Luck has brought her to the vet today. So fingers crossed on that. Also expensive. Wonder if that would have happened not next to a city. It would have. In my test game, when I was playing earlier, there was another place that wasn't next to a city that joined. I think it probably joins whatever's closest, which in this case, I'm kind of happy probably. But yeah, it definitely still joins your city as far as I can tell. So yeah, so it's quite nice to make friends over here because we can get the population boost, and that seems pretty helpful. I don't have access to new government type yet, do I? No, this is grayed out. We're gonna have to research something. Like Code of Laws. Okay. Which maybe we'll research next. There you go. Hasselt has grown enough to get the claim. Is that also copper? That's a region with 4 zones. Now, if we clear out this cougar here, there's also, I think, some grapes hiding underneath it. Oh, this has got something, and it's got 5 zones in it. Yeah, let's grab this. The old region of Pucelle. Makes sense. All right, and then yeah, you're gonna pop in here. We'll rest you, and then we'll go and clear out some more critters around our space. Go. And we get another claim. So I was gonna say, I think they might have, when they joined us, I think they boosted our population enough to go up by 1, and this is natural growth. We're getting yet another claim over here. Charleroi, get towards the coast. No, I think what we do is we keep claiming places with resources. I think that'll overall be our priority. So let's pick up Genk over here with this copper, and then we might get up the other copper afterwards. This has got more zones. More wood, more food. 6 and 1 half a dozen. I'll grab Genk first. Why not?
A red-headed young man from the Garmir clan is looking to open a new business. He's a capable herbalist, but his family's background is in metallurgy. Meanwhile, his hobby is creating reed pipes to sell to traders. He makes a promising case for each venture and requests national funding for one of his enterprises.
You look at this like how cities look spread out, not an actual city. I think that might be a relatively realistic representation of some of these cities. I don't know. Okay. Options. Okay, so we can fund different things right now. We can either, no matter what, it's going to cost us some prosperity in our capital for 5 turns. I mean, we could decline the grant, but this is going to give us a bunch of tech towards, or a bunch of research towards a tech. Irrigation sounds pretty good. I don't think we're researching it currently. This would unlock the upgraded farm, the irrigated farm, which is the level 2 farm. Although we already have granary and rice. So maybe it's less prioritized. You can do the chariot, unlock war elephants, horsemen, stables. We've already got horses. Now, I don't know about this. Trading. Be useful if we find some neighbors. Bakery to make some breads. And what is this? Pastries! Wow. No, irrigation does seem pretty strong, though. Make flowers. Pastries, though. Yeah. All right. You know what? God. Oh, I got hungry all of a sudden. We might still have an apple pastry upstairs. Tulip Empire. Are we? Yeah. If we go here, we could be the Dutch proxy over here. I like the idea of the irrigated farm though. So, it does require metal tools to be able to upgrade to it, which we currently aren't producing. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get trading first. We might still get the other one. Plus, I assume we can unlock some of these things later on in the other ages too. We've unlocked the ability to build roads between cities. You can manage your road connections from inside any cities. Roads improve trade, religious spread, and increase the movement speed of forces. Open borders are required to build roads to Ferengi cities. Select manage roads from inside your city to get started. Yeah, I like this idea. So let's say we click on Brussels over here. And manage roads at the bottom. Clicky. So, from Brussels to Hasset. It's going to take us 20 materials and 12 turns. Let's do it. Let's get a road between our two cities. It seems like a great idea. There we are. There's the road construction happening there. Excellent. You have enough money. I should probably rush some of these things. Oh, that's going to be done next turn anyway. There. I'm going to rush this farm for 50 bucks. Excellent. Nightmare. Oh, you still need to heal up, my friend. Okay. There we go. Build fishing net or industrial fishing farm to improve this. I think we should do this. More food. Yeah, you got your housing increase, so you're still growing. 12 turns to the first traffic jam. Appropriately from Grumpy Oldie. I mean, let's do it. Done. And the city idol over here. You actually need some housing. Too sweet. So we're going to build that in our city center so that it has a bigger boost. Kind of feels weird seeing my town on that list. Hey, Sebi, where are you from?
A neatly decorated package with an attached scroll from
another group
leader sits on your desk. It reads, "Your people are welcome to attend our tribe's harvest festival. If you choose to attend, please distribute the information in this scroll that explains our rules and customs for celebration."
Okay. We got invited to a party in a new tribal place, Loey. We decline it. We get a production boost in our capital for 20 turns. A small one, but for a fairly long time. -1 rep. Or, accept without reading the book. We take a knowledge hit in all our cities, but we get +1 reputation. Or, we could accept and distribute information, take a production hit in all cities, bigger one, but 10 turns. We get 15 furs and the relationship boost. Let's do it. Accept and distribute information. Let's attend the party, and we're going to do it right. Come on. Oh, a second amenity, second city, yeah. So this is, I think, is one of the things where, oh, there's Loey over here. Where it would be, we could see some UI improvements here. Actually, let me close the tutorial guide. We can throw something in. Here, let's throw some wine in here. Oop, there you go. Get a bunch of boosts. Let me just check the other city. Okay, yeah, still just 2 slots over here. I think maybe once we go past 5, a 3rd slot might unlock. City tier 5, yeah, exactly. And yeah, and there might be more, more things in some of these places as well. You're building your housing. After that, you're going to build a farm for the pig. And then the stone pit. Stone pit for the copper? It is stone pit. So we'll queue those up. And the hunting camp over here. So we'll get all those things queued up in Hasselt. Wine -1 knowledge. Wait, really? That is funny. Yeah. Actually, a good question. Is the happiness even... Yes, it is a breakpoint. Where 60 wasn't. So yeah, losing 1 knowledge, I don't think is going to cost us anything. But getting the +10 happiness is going to give us a boost. So learning these breakpoints, and they're different for each one of these. They have slightly different breakpoint numbers, which is a little confuzzulating, is going to be kind of key. Hey, masonry's complete. Build sculptures, ceramic pots. We can build a palace now, which gives us city cap increase. More tax income, too. And +5 bonus to all city quality of life stats if built in your city center. Okay, but quite expensive to build. Oh! Somewhere nearby, you've spotted a force of another nation! Or come upon its borders. Click the urgent notification. Okay. First contact with another nation. Yep, alright, hang on. Oh, and choose a new research. We could go religion. Let's get a religion. There you go. Alright, so we met a nation down here.
You've come into contact with a foreign nation.
You have met King Ramalama Ding Dong of Thailand. There seems to be some unspoken expectation that your people must earn their friendship and trust. Admittedly, an expectation you share. Well met. So we're on the low end of neutral over here currently. So we could give them a gift, manage our borders, which are currently closed. We could see about swapping to an open borders. But maybe we'll wait until they're friendlier. Denounce, declare war. Okay. They're on chiefdom still. They have 2 cities. They've got various modifiers going on. See, some parts of the UI, like, it's kind of cool. It's kind of well done. I think the UI is pretty good at showing things, with the exception of, I think the production management and slotting in things. I think that's the awkward part. Otherwise, it's not bad. This farm over here, yeah, I got nothing for you, unfortunately. All the other slots are full. A dwelling, ooh, furniture and carpets and things like that. So there's going to be some improvements we can do there. I really think we probably need another workshop. But we kind of need everything all the time. Everything everywhere all at once. Didn't know that movie is about playing strategy games. Collecting more caches over here. Yeah, we're getting resources all over on the map. And yeah, another settler. Probably not to the south. Although we might want to continue to expand Hassel to the south and claim some more of this stuff over here. I really think we're going to settle over here if we can find something. Predator is cleared. Units idled, although quite damaged. And you're not in friendly territory currently. So I'll come back in here and do the heal. So we're improving all our known resources. We might replace one of these buildings with a palace later. I'm wondering about a second workshop in my capital. Oh, actually, we're overdue building a granary here, which will let us build some new stuff. Yeah, let's get one going. Let's assume Denderman, which already has 1 farm. Let's assume we'll build a second farm there. So we'll build a granary. Oop, I want to do it from this way. And it's 1 per city. No national limit, but a city limit. I only have 1 in the city. Unless I want to save it for a place that's got a lot of slots and we build 1 billion farms there. But we know we've got farms over here. So let's just do that so we can start getting to produce some various goods. Please be healing. Thank you. Flame generated. I do know I want to get the salt at some point. But again, right now, we are already getting salt over here. So actually, it's less important for us to grab this. Less urgent. We could just look at base production. I think I'm going to get Tienen here, actually. Got some more rice. Or south so we can get this sheep and eventually use it for wool and stuff. Actually, I really like that. Okay, we're going to go to Udenard, which doesn't have any resources, but does have 4 slots for improvement. Worth noting, Berengen over here does have 5 slots for improvements. But let's do this. Yeah, let's move towards the sheep. And possibly to sort of forward settle. When do we sneak in? Yeah, do I spend more on wealth? Ooh, there's a bug in here. That is quite expensive. But yeah, I think we need to accelerate some things, because I might want to build another settler out of Brussels. Oh, we got ourselves another Paragon. We do not yet have a chief advisor, so we're looking for a good slot there. Plus 10 production in all cities, pretty good. Wealth if we've got a commerce improvement, which we don't. Knowledge in all cities. And this is not direct tech, but A is quality of life, which makes our people happy. B, it can boost our tech a little bit if we get to certain thresholds. So that's kind of nice. Although, so is this. Thag's back. How do we say no to Thag? Representing the earliest members of the human family to use tools, Thag, he may have lived during the early Stone Age, almost 2.6 million years ago, in sub-Saharan Africa, and used tools made with pebbles or flint for flaking, pounding, and chopping. I feel like there's a little bit of a... I'm wondering if these images are randomly generated. Because I was going to say, there's something a little unexpectedly monochromatic going around here. Anyway, let's just move on.
Early fictional engineer. Invented hitting rocks with other rocks.
Inventing hitting rocks with other rocks is so good. All right, Chief Advisor. Chief Advisor Thag, who runs our country. There we are. Oh yeah, the sign of Paragons, formations. Oh yeah, we may need an army for these guys too. All right, research sacred rites. It gives us some prestige by itself. Unlocks missionaries as a recipe. I think it gets produced at the altar is what happens. So, effect, found religion. Gives us prestige on completion. Can craft music masterpieces, religious strength, spread, da-da-da-da-da. I think we alter ourselves up over here. Maybe we should get sailing. Salted fish, docks, Colossus roads, weaver, trireme, fabric. Or, oh, code of laws. Let's get a government. Code of laws. Yep. Masterpiece creation improvement now available. Once built, you can place a paragon within it, and they will begin creating masterpiece, earning prestige for a nation. Build a religious improvement. Okay, healed. We did open another slot over here, indeed. You know what? Let's put down a candle for the city knowledge boost and improvement, the build production towards religious improvements. So I want to build an altar. I'm just checking to see if it has any bonuses for being anywhere. No, doesn't seem to be. I'm assuming I can't build the altar at sea. I mean, we could just put it over here in Mukro, but we might want to do some farming combos there. So I'm just going to start, I think, in Udenard. We're going to build ourselves an altar. Get a religion going. This game looks so well done. Is it only on Steam? I believe it's available on the XCOM Game Pass. Or XCOM. The Xbox Game Pass. I think if you just have that, you can play it. The code I got for this game that was sent to me by Xbox, I believe is for the one of the deluxe packs, which I think just has maybe more skins available for the characters, which is cool. I don't know if it's got anything else. I haven't actually looked into any of those things. Crafter's Idol. There we go. We have a granary. It can build grain store over here, which we'll be able to consume for other things. It's set on infinite. We can give a production boost if we... Yeah, let's feed some rice in here, baby. We got tons of it. Boom. There we go. 50 plus production. We're going to make grain stores a lot faster. We could put pots. We could also use wealth, but I don't think we can take the wealth hit. We've got some pots, but I think we need pots for some of our funky buildings as well. I think one of the wonders needed it, so maybe something else, so I don't think I want to use that. But I'll use some rice over here. That's okay. We'll start generating that, and that's something else we can throw into some of these slots over here, so that's going to be okay. And potentially useful. All right, you're ready to go. Come over here, and let's fight the hyenas. That should be good for a laugh. Yeah, you can get it through Steam. I have it on Steam. I got a Steam code. I'm playing it on Steam. And yeah, I think the matchmaking might be done through the Xbox system if you want a multiplayer. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we just activated some of these extra things. That's going to be okay. Let's take a look at our diplomacy over here. Yeah, improving nation relations. As you expand, essential maintaining relationship with your neighbors, gifts, trade agreements, positive things. Sharing borders, incompatible traits. Yeah, let's see what we can do with Thailand over here. Tribes, the Phukets don't like me. Everyone else is kind of neutral right now. Tell you what, would you care for open borders? Okay, proposal will be sent next turn. Declined. Okay. I'm going to see about offering you a gift. Would you like... Oh, we need these for wonders, though. Tell you what, would you like some wine? It's our specialty. There you go. This will make us friendly. Perfect. There you go. grab some wine. Well, chillax then. It's going to be great. Okay, yeah, you took barely any damage. I'm still thinking we might settle in this area. Tell you what, let me go and hit these leopards on the way. We'll heal over here in Brussels, and then we'll keep moving up from there. Gift accepted. Oh, and we got a claim here. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think we're going to expand south from here as well. It's got its own sheep. Ooh, it's only 2 places in here, although it's got foxes. Where do I grab Charleroi? Because it's got all the... Although, again, we're not filling up these regions that quickly. Yeah, let's take Jete. Oh, we may have finished the rope job. That is entirely true. Yeah, we did. Now, how much rope do we have stored up right now? We have 8 rope, but 2 of them are currently assigned to buildings. We can unslot that. That brings us up to 10. How many Neolithic tools we have? Only 5. Okay, so we need to start accruing some tools, although we may be able to unslot some as well. But maybe not quite enough. Third amenity slotted in. Thanks for the reminder, though. And Hasselt doesn't have it yet. He needs to grow again. Oh, no! Hasselt just grew. Maybe that's what you're talking about. And we can get a bigger production boost with giving it some perfume. City prosperity plus 10, bringing it up to 60. We get us more tax income. Also good. But no, let's throw in the perfume. There you go. 80 happiness. We're at plus 50% city production. That sounds great. Did I only need 5 tools? Oh, you're right. Okay, hold on. So let's unassign these ropes. I might be able to assign the tools, but let me unassign these 2 ropes. Oh my god, Stonehenge, yeah. Now, I don't have a zone without anything in it. Well, not in Brussels, but in Hasselt, actually, I don't have it either. Although, what I could do is... Oh, you see, these are all resources. Oh, but we're about to expand somewhere. Let's also get a resource. Yeah, we're expanding a region here, but it's got a resource. Maybe we just build it here and we don't actually harvest the fur? Oh, to increase... Hold on. Do we just get the fur, period? Do we not actually need... Is the hunting camp only to increase the rate, which is certainly what it seems to imply? Alright, you accepted a gift. That's great. Now that we're friendly... Oh, I gotta wait. Try again.
As you walk the simple paths of your capital, you are greeted by a delightful scent. You find the source, one of the trade vendors, and approach to sample her wares.
Are they making waffles?
The merchant excitedly explains how she'd met with a leader of a tribe who kept a large cauldron in the heart of their village, constantly cooking on an endless fire.
Oh, a perpetual stew!
Firewood for some of the stew, but sadly mentions that it's likely their fire won't survive the winter.
We could spend 50 timber, which is a third of our timber, but we get a +2 pop boost. I think I like it. Plus, if these guys can get assimilated, then we can absorb another region and maybe make the wonder placement a little more straightforward.
A clay-covered potter exits a hut, shouting after an enrobed scholar. Your scout relates that they wanted to use their sculpting material for record-keeping, but their master potter refuses to allow his stock to be used.
Potter.
The tribe leader sends a request for supply, hoping you can quell his people's quarrel.
Well, we don't have any paper, so we can't do that. And we're going to mostly... Oh, we have sculpting material, which is great. We actually have 6. We get a knowledge boost in our capital for 30 turns, +2 relationship. Let's do it. I could have used 25 food for +1. I used 50 wood for +2. Worth? I don't know, but that's what I did.
Without people to call it home, your nation cannot reach its full potential. Your citizens, their dreams, and their efforts are paramount to progress. The call for you is clear. Build your nation up and bring your people forward.
This is a specific goal for us to build the Colossus of Rhodes, which presumably we have unlocked, but we need 20 ceramic pots for. We're almost at the gain 10,000 population, so that's good. How are we doing overall for our, which one am I looking for? Oh, this button. How are we doing standing-wise? All right. Definitely middle of the pack. Nations below this pack will be gained. Right now, Ramalama Ding Dong is not in a position to advance forward. Although he's on the cusp. There's some competition going on over here. You know, the pacing for this is clearly sort of longer and more stretched out than Civ, right? We're 60 turns into the game. Okay, we're not as far as I thought. We've only met one neighbor. Number one is how many points? They're 540 points. They may be able to wonder. I don't know. Oh, we just met someone. Who dis?
You've made first contact with a mysterious people.
Simon. Bolivar's enthusiasm reaches you through his envoys, who convey his certainty of a strong and lasting friendship between your nations. We actually are starting out, like, highly trusted here. Dude. Yeah, open borders by default. Groovy, man. Excellent. I mean, I could potentially send you a gift to, like, put you slightly over the threshold here. Oh, he's number one. Okay. Okay. Oh, and we can see what for. Yeah, they did one of their act goals for 150 points. We're about to get an act goal. Our population's about to hit here. Let's rush this altar. I'm going to start spending more of this money here to accelerate things. Code of laws. New government. And, Nemrut Dog. Increase the amount of cities you can build by 1. Okay. Oh, is this the name of our palace? That might be the name of our specific palace. All right, one more tech we can go to the next era, but we might fill in a few more of these. Dirty logging camps and bakery. This gets the wheel and decorative vase. Road pass. Yeah, I don't think we need the wheel. Leatherworking does give us 2 things we don't have. Weaving gives us a crap ton of things we don't have. And we have none of this. The sailing... Oh, hold on. We have a quest for the Colossus Roads. Let's research sailing to open that up. But we also need to get some more pottery going. Okay, this is another triumph. So presumably, yeah, it's, again, occupies a whole region. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to do a settler first, regardless here. Religion can be founded! You can adopt an existing world religion or customize your own from the dropdown. So, in my test game from earlier today, I was like scrolling down, seeing everything out. I was like, oh, cool, we could go Wicca. I took that, I then settled a coastal city, and I got an achievement called Wizards of the Coast for settling a Wiccan city on the coast. There's some funny sounding achievements over here. What's Muism? Religion encompasses diverse... Oh, no, I think that's a generic description. Yeah. We got Voodoo. Henism. I don't know what this is. And we can just make our own custom. I mean... Where's my Brussels sprout icon? Although there might be more achievements. I kind of think, rather than go custom... Although maybe there's an achievement for getting a custom one in the first place as well. But, there might be more achievements tied to some of the religions, so maybe we should just pick one of the established ones and see what happens. Second from the bottom. Oh, there did seem to be a sprout icon. Hang on. Second from the bottom, you think there's a good one? Oh, that's kind of a tree here that could work. I mean, we have to, right? Sproutism. And we're going to build, I don't know, cathedrals for the Great Sprout. Need stained glass, candles and concrete, timber and concrete, timber and candles. Ooh. Oh, 1 up? Wait, you mean this thing? Or just this? I mean, I know this is kind of a tree. People like this one? All right, fine, we'll do that. I mean, it looks like a sprout, not like a Brussels sprout, but sure. Do they give different things? But some of these certainly seem a lot easier to build. Like the Gurdwara over here, materials, timber, concrete. Like just needs the concrete as a rare thing. Oh, this doesn't need material. Oh. What do we like? Here we already produce everything. All we need is concrete. Or here, I guess we also produce everything. We just need stained glass. Frigate Cathedral. Done. Oh, we could describe the... Nah, I'm not going to bother describing it. All right, there. We'll get our first verse next turn. And we can change our government. So we're going to go from a chiefdom to a monarchy, which we've unlocked. Gives us +1 city cap. Not that we were there yet. And we can choose a policy as well. +5 wealth per turn for each city you own. There's some money. Your palace, which we haven't built yet, gives +10 to all quality of life stats in the city it's built. Which does seem pretty good. Or city siege defense in your capital. I mean, that's pretty nice, but we don't have the palace yet. Whereas this just gives us money instantly. I kind of feel like we're going to owe money, and then maybe we can keep the tax rate low. Right? We go medium, kind of baseline. Yeah, I like this. Wealth, and then we'll keep the low taxes. Confirm! Hail to the king, baby. All right, yeah, you're going to come in here, then you'll heal, then you'll keep moving, and that's going to be groovy. Oh! Achievement! Festivus for the rest of us. Found a custom religion. All right, religious verses. Religious verses will set the spiritual tone of your nation's doctrine for its followers. Choose from existing verses or draft your own to best express the values of religion. Benefits from verses will only occur in cities following your religion. Left click, select next verse. Yep, okay. So currently we've got 3 options. Religious discourse, +5 knowledge in all cities. Favored lands, +1% growth per turn in your capital for each region within it. For each region within it. So the more the population of Brussels would grow, the more regions we would add, which would add more growth, which means more region, more growth. Or faith above, happiness in all cities. I'm going to go religious discourse. Done. Oh. Simone. Oh, wants a trade agreement. Yes, please. Oh, I probably could do that with Ram Lemon Ding Dong, too. Specific resources and goods will be traded between 2 nations, delivered on schedules based on the efforts by your merchants. So, oh, there we go. We've gone from trusted to close. Nice. Ramalama. I need open borders. Oops. Which I'm still waiting for. Right. Maybe I should send you another gift, though. You're not friendly anymore. Did the wine, like, wear off already? There you go. Let's do this. Get you all the way up to trusted. Oh my god, I can go from monarchy to theocracy right now. Interestingly enough, it has a lower base tax rate. Building towards religious improvements. Religious improvements provide +4 wealth per turn. +5 quality of life for each city with a religious improvement. So presumably the altar. And then more religion spread. This is actually an interesting decision all of a sudden. We could stay monarchy, we could move to theocracy. And again, if we do make the move to theocracy, which flavor of it do we want? We can't build cathedrals, but we can build altars. And I'm assuming the altars count as religious improvements. So right now, the taxes over here, oh, it's +5 per city, is going to be worth more than the wealth from over here. Later on, this will be worth more. Can I just cancel out of this for now? Okay. And presumably just change governments later. Yeah. Let's stay with monarchy for now. Although the religious spread might be really good.
Streets bustle and brim with life. Neighbors meet and chat in the square. Merchants weave back and forth with their wares. And passers-by scurry past with a purpose. Your nation is admired for the vibrant energy teeming within its borders.
I guess we're the second people to reach 10,000 pop. Let's rush the settler. Rush the stone pit. Ooh, then I really wouldn't have any money. There might be some events. I'm happy about rushing the settler, though. there an icon to show the religion? There you go, religious overlay. Yeah, there you go. Cool, 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 cool. And yeah, what's involved? Let's say we wanted to build a road. Oh, hang on, I gotta wait there. What about you? Oh, no, we have to wait here too. Okay.
You have entered a golden age.
Hey! Golden Age for 10 turns. Receive 25% prestige from all sorts of prestige. Oh, we'd really want to, like, line up a wonder right then. Dang, and these do give prestige. You know what? I'm tempted to just slap it on here. And then we'll just rebuild the altar somewhere. I think like this way? No, okay. I mean, I know it doesn't go in just one zone, but I wasn't sure if I could do it, because then it's like, okay, let's say I want to build Stonehenge. Oh, you can't. Okay. But I can demolish this. Okay. I really want to get a wonder going. If I had realized... Oh, did we meet someone?
You've come into contact with a foreign nation.
Yes, Queen! Well met. We're already friendly. Borders are open. Need a known route. Right, so this is the same build road screen as before. Can I build a road from here to Bangkok? Can't find a valid path. Why is that? Oh, because we need open borders. Okay. So we've met two other neighbors that we don't know where their cities are yet. I'm wondering about just building just an extra farm over here. Because it will give us a growth boost over here. Make sure our food maintains up. Although I kept talking about building another workshop. You know what? No, I'm going to build another workshop over here is what we're going to do. We can get different good productions. And speaking of, this workshop is doing permanent Neolithic tools. Although we don't have a ton of them banked up. Maybe it's fine. Do I put it on the Jete? So again, in theory, we're getting furs now, but very slowly. I don't know, 0.5. Okay. So it would go up to an extra 1 every 4 turns. Well, we're getting 1 every 2 right now. Oh, but we can throw some supplies and stuff in here and probably get it up faster. Okay, this actually seems fine. We cancel this hunting camp. There's no progress on it. That's fine. I'm going to rush the stone pit. Stonehenge in 13 turns. Here. Okay. Be nice if we could get it within the 10-turn Golden Age thing, but that's not going to happen. Settlers. Gift declined? Ramalana Buttface? What the heck, man? So you got a nice blue highlight over here. Now, possible there's more. Well, what I'm going to do, tell you what, I'm not going to do the settle command. I'm going to tell you to move over here. Oh, that's not my scout. Yeah. This unit, I know you're injured. I'm going to get you moving. We're going to expose a little here, see if there's a sweeter spot to settle. I can't believe you declined my feast. Why is he such a jerk? Wow. Refuse gives Cussus belly. Yeah, let's venture out just a little bit more. Unescorted settler is fine, right? Oh, we can do another religious verse. Health over musician pick chance, bonus XP. No, let's get the health, passive health, quality of life. Eating Brussels sprouts is good for you. Incoming proposal. Yes, I would love a trade agreement. There's a place to start trade, assuming we have merchants. But I don't remember where that is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have merchants. The way trade works in this game, assuming I understand it correctly, is you can get resources from a neighbor for free. It just consumes your merchants. This is how they've abstracted the trade. I don't think it costs them anything. So we could pick one of these goods. Like, for example, we don't have the pottery yet, and we need the pottery, I think, to construct the Colossus. Yes, we need a bunch. So I would like clay pots over here. So what we're going to do, so we're going to get one clay pot every 3 turns by using up a merchant. I'm going to confirm this, and then I'm going to see if I can get pottery from Ghana. Oh, we'll have to wait a turn. Oh, impassable. Yeah, nothing here is that impressive at all. I mean, it makes sense, it's a desert. I really want to take advantage of these resources. Tell you what, you go there, you go here. Hey, sales! Do we go straight up to ironworking? I'm thinking that we still take weaving here. Although we've unlocked a few things from weaving. Cannery sandals. I mean, I'm sure we'll get it at some point. Oh, zooming out more might be better. Yeah, we're just going to go straight for ironwork. Oh, okay. And we'll probably be told to give this a command soon, but that's okay. Or I'll see. We can just get some more fishing nets for more food. But I'm going to build another farm here, which is still good for city growth. We'll push Brussels a little bit more. I'm just going to do this, even though it's not on a resource. Crafting queue. Let's start making some baskets. What I kind of wouldn't mind is if we did something like queue up 2 things like this. I would like it if it would just, we could set up like an alternating. Like, let's say I set these both to unlimited. If it built one, then the other, then one, then the other. But here I think it's just going to build ropes nonstop and never get the baskets. I mean, I'm zoomed out as much as I can. I'm not really getting a clear highlight from the set. Oh, wait, I think it's when you go into settle mode. Yeah, there's some certainly better spots over here. Maybe I just abandon this dream. I mean, it's a desert. What are we going to do in a desert? And we just go to one of these bluish spots over here, for example. Petra? Nah, I never heard of it. Maybe I just go and settle over here. And we'll still do some exploring. I mean, we still got a couple of scouts. I could manually send some of my nice scouts over there. They might be running out of room over here. Like this scout here.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new
I'm
subscriber.
going to cancel the auto explorer. I'm going to send you back over here to this resource cache, and then I might force you over in this direction. Hey, Janos, thanks for the sub. The 2 and 2, hold on. Like over here, and that's, you're right, it's not terrible. 2 and 3, you said. And over here. There is some greenery. You know what? Hang on. Maybe there's a river over here. We will move this way after all. There might be hope in this area. You know what? This works for me. Right here. Oh, you meant by the mountain. Oh, over here. By the mountain? This side? These are all crap. But this is not a bad base tile. We'll see what we can do about this place. Let's move in here. Move into here, because you'll do some heals, and then we'll go and take care of this tiger. Yeah, okay. Keep doing your thing. Just keep getting these resources over here, as it turns out. Let's see here. Anna. Trade agreement. Lottery. Good. Okay. Excellent. And then... You're working on that farm, which I think is still okay. We're going to buy this, and then we'll see about getting a ceramics workshop. Craft production ceramic shops and their upgrades in the region. Yeah, I'm going to keep... oops. We'll get this over here from the pottery making as well. Okay. New city over here. We don't want to build our first city. I mean, just growth is good, but it's probably going to just prefer to build like a farming area outside. I could start with just an altar immediately. Material. Everything is actually pretty good here. Oh, we should definitely get a feast here. Yeah, these production times, I mean, all look really bad right now. We do have low base production. And this doesn't give us more production, it just gives us material. You know, I might just start with the dwelling. In here, because we want the city center. And then we'll get a region, and then we can just start developing another region. Craft over here. Oh, in the city center. Oh, you can make, wait. Code of Laws is something we can build? Huh. Tell you what, let's do it just so that we can start accruing these things somewhere. Timber, you know what we have? Yeah, excess timber. Let's start doing that. Because for all I know, we're going to need a Code of Laws for some wonder at some point. You are going to heal up, my friend. And this scout, I'm just going to do that, and then I'll probably put you back on automated. Stonehenge. How rushable is it? It will be. Okay, we might be able to do a rush. If I make sure... Let's hope I remember not to spend more money. Oh my god. Alright, we'll have to build the proper military as well.
You are the first nation to reach the Iron Age.
Yay! Square formation. Welcome to the Iron Age. In this era, the use of bronze gives way to smelted iron, leading to myriad innovations. In warfare, fortifications, city walls, and protracted sieges with powerful siege engines becomes commonplace, and advancements in seafaring grants grant access to distant shores. Innovations in economic management lead to more complex opportunities for trade, and the widespread use of coinage helps spur new economies and improvements in consumer goods, improving everyday citizens' quality of life. Let's build a road up to here. Oh, there we go. Done. And do this. Get a road to our neighbor. Nice. And these guys are still jerks who don't want to open borders, and they refuse my gifts. Like, that's just really rude. Act transition. Currently have enough prestige to survive the transition into the next act. The next act begins when 3 players advance to the early Middle Ages, which is presumably the next one. No, it's seafaring is the next one. Okay. Can we get like an technology library? Oh, early Middle Ages. Okay. So okay, the seafaring technology I think maybe leads us to the Age of Antiquities. And then we popped into the next one for early Middle Ages, and that's the act transition, which right now we're fine on. Okay. And yeah, we can plan some of our tech routes over here. Siege warfare, I mean, maybe. Irrigation? Irrigation gets us the flower field, the irrigated farm that we dropped previously. Or we pick up some warfare things, because I think we are going to come to blows with Thailand. Cultural heritage leads to a lot of prestige, but we've unlocked everything that you get from it. This will finally get us the wheel. Hey! Maybe we should finally learn the wheel. Let's do that.
Tribe is elated to have met with your scouts, and they send immediate word inquiring if you have any iron.
Oh, we got the boost towards irrigation.
Augmenting their spearheads to create new kinds of weaponry, and need more resources to continue their trials.
Yeah, we'll give them a metal ingot for +2 relationship and some force strength. Can I change what I'm researching? What was this one again? Oh yeah, inventory. Never built a logging camp. I don't know if I can... Oh, here. Irrigation. Yeah, it is halfway done. Okay, let's do it. Tribes like neutral cities, or like city-states? Yeah, kinda. Yeah. And then if we max out the relationship, they disband and join the closest city, giving us population, which is great. Okay. Barracks give us a city security. Blacksmith as another crafting thing, probably like metal bars, which might be really good. We did build a ceramics shop. We would have gotten a prompt for it, but yeah, start building the ceramic pots, and we'll feed some materials into there. And you know what? We'll consume some of the sculpting material to really boost this. Okay, you'll get another growth thing soon. Although if we want to build the Colossus, I suspect the Colossus might have to be built at sea. It doesn't say. Maybe it just has to be coastal. So it'll be a bit of a question mark of which one we build where. Are the wonders unique? That's an interesting question. I don't know if we could get beaten to a wonder or not. Oh, Golden Age ends in 1 turn. Do we have the money? We do. We'll rush Stonehenge. Hopefully this will still give us credit within the Golden Age. I kind of want to start making little fruit tarts. Although we don't have much in the way of grain. Blacksmith. I think we're going to go to war. Let's get a blacksmith. Might need him for some of the higher tier units, actually. Supply and demand.
Conveys a message from
What do you want, Rama?
Their army has been stuck in a deadlocked battle.
Oh no.
And now their supplies are nearly depleted. Their soldiers bellyache, and their outlooks are dispirited. Can you hastily resupply them with food?
He's been a jerk all game. Do we give him food for relationship boost? Or do we say, screw you? Pastries are war, tough decision. I say we say screw you to this guy. We can't be nice to everyone, right? We're just going to arbitrarily decide. Go away now, you suck. You had plenty of opportunity. We had plenty of opportunity to be friends. But yeah, we'll have to probably get some more fair stuff happening. Oh, neat. We can look at all of our crafting here. And we can access all our crafting from here, too. Okay, that is actually very helpful.
You have raised Stonehenge.
We got an achievement. Ooh, shiny. We're going to go for another 10 minutes and we'll wrap it up. Went for an extra hour than we normally do. But, yeah. So far, I'm very much enjoying the game. Again, would not surprise me to find out that maybe their early game has some micromanagement and UI, things that feel like slowing down. But so far, it's a lot of fun. So pretty. And we got a claim over here. I say we forward claim aggressively. That's kind of a weak-ass tile, though. Well, that's a lot of material. I could go to... Oh, hold on. This is a really, really rich little thing. If we lose out on this one, do we really cry about it? It's 5 slots. It also leads to some things over here that's got some interesting resources. So yeah, I guess these areas are just wide open. Like, this has got 5 slots. We can build industry, but it also doesn't have much in the way of resources. That's interesting. And we'll do this. It's got lots of material. That's still fine. Done. There you go. Stonehenge. Lamb. Quite the happy city here. Well, let's get the hunting camp for that. Your health is okay. Yeah, we may as well get the improvement. Gain expertise. Your city has gained its first expert. As your city grows, the skill of your people grow with it and can be assigned to support improvements. Enter your city view to assign an expert. So Brussels over here has got this. Expert uses expertise to provide unique advancements to improvements. Left click this. Done. Assign your expert. Experts can be assigned to various improvements. Hover over the slot on the map to see what benefits your expert can provide. So yeah, all the improvements we built can get an expert. So if we put it in this farm, for example, +1 food. It changed the maintenance, actually, from instead costing us a wood to costing us a gold. The ceramics shop, 150% craft production to this improvement. We can also assign the expert from the building. If we assign it to the Great Hearth, we can put an expert over here. So let's get an extra 5 gold per turn. Cool. You know what? I kind of like the idea of getting the ceramics boost. Let's do it. Experts experience will now benefit your nation. Close this view. Cool. Excellent. Oh yeah, and you can claim another area. So now we kind of run into the issue of where do we build the Colossus of Rhodes? It's got to be on the coast, right? As opposed to in the water. Now, it is going to be a wonder, so it's going to use up the slot. I mean, maybe I could build it literally anywhere. That's entirely possible. Maybe it doesn't have a zone requirement. All these are 4 slaughters, and it'll sort of suck to consume it, but it's hardly the end of the world. Yeah, like, I partially assume on the sea as well. Should I just take this tile, which has no special things in it at all? I mean, this is a coastal place with only 2 slots and no special resources. This would be a great place for us to build a wonder. And you know what? Maybe we end up building a different wonder here. I'm going to do this. And this is going to be a great spot for us to slap down and wonder. Boom. Done. National ranking. We're number 1! Look at us. Irrigation complete. There you go. Got the boost, and then now we're going to go Siege Warfare. Running through many turns very quickly. Yeah, a little bit of rush is fine. Yeah, that doesn't cost us much at all. Flame generated Hasselt. I think I want to grab Thun over here. For the sheep. It's not really a wonder spot, but the sheep leading to wool should be pretty good. And, oh, do you have an expert waiting as well? You do. There you go. More wealth. Craft. Oh, it also get extra harvest production. So I'm going to put it here, because then we'll get more grain. Because we haven't been banking a lot of it. That seems okay. So yeah, it'll let me do this, but there's not a place I can build it right now. Trading post. Prestige, wealth. Oh, it's got a craft as well. You can craft trade goods, which has got its own amenities. Well, we don't have a weaver anywhere. Let's get a weaver. Oh, can craft glass? Where do we craft glass? Oops. You can hold shift to make sure the tooltip doesn't go away. Crafted at... Oh, the ceramic shop can build glass as well. Oh! You're saying the trade building can craft glass? No, it crafts this. But the ceramics shop can make glass and stained glass. Cancel this. Ceramic. Okay, you've been built here, and you've got a district, although... Right, there's nothing exciting in it. It could get wondered. Your production's gotten better, which is nice. You know what? I kind of want the altar. I want the religious spread. Let's do it. Hostiles nearby. Uh-oh! Enemy detected. Oh, way over here. Barbarians. Colossus erodes. Yeah, it gets built on the coast. Which makes sense. Well, or again, it might be possible. I think I could build it anywhere, actually. I bet you I could build it anywhere. But we're going to build it here. Yeah, just one more turn, just one more turn. It's 5 o'clock. I really have to stop. Oh, there we go. We got a blacksmith, so we can start making metal ingots. Ooh, these production rates are insane. Yeah, turn copper into that. Sure. Oh, and we have iron. Well, we only have the one, but I may as well throw it in there. There you go. And then it'll run out, but that's okay. And yeah, just make me metal ingots forever. If we run out of these raw resources, then it'll slow down, but that's okay. Yeah, so some games get better the more you play. Some games are exciting at first, and then the shine wears off. You know, once some of the novelty goes away. Right now, I'm really enjoying myself. But I'm still in the puzzle-solving phase of this game. I don't know what happens when we reach 50, 100, 500 hours in this game. I mean, presumably if we reach 500 hours, then it's probably pretty good and worth your money. At this point, I have no good way to judge how this stands. So far, I like it. What I've read on Reddit and some of the other reviews is the diplomacy could maybe be a little bit more interesting, and that late game handling these production things can feel a little bit awkward. And there's, you know, a bunch of micromanagement, which I can see. I think the devs have already talked about how they've got a patch plan for UI quality of life stuff going on. So, I mean, we can't judge things on where things have gone. Oh, amenities in the capital have run out. Indeed. We're out of jewelry. Yeah, see, we can throw the Code of Laws in here now. Or the food grain for even more growth, which is actually pretty nice. Statuary we don't really have. More prosperity. And then, yeah, having to sort of check some of these things. Oh, we're exactly 70, which is more tax income, which is actually kind of nice. But yeah, that, you know, those aspects could be a little bit maybe frustrating, but I don't really know. So far, it's quite good. Is it worth the full AAA price? That's a, you know, individual's answer to that. Although, again, it's on the Xbox Game Pass thing. So if you just get the Xbox Game Pass, you can get this and lots of other things, which is kind of nice. I do have the Xbox Game Pass. I'm playing on Steam because they did send me a code, but I do have the Game Pass that I use for a few things. Who needs Civ 7? We have this. How does it stand against Millennia? One of the things I haven't done a proper go for is checking out Millennia since they added their first expansion, which changed a lot of things, and I think that was pretty highly regarded. It's hard to say. The game's gorgeous. How much does that matter when we're playing a 4X strategy game? I don't know. But, like, look at this shit. Oh my god, we even got, like, some little god rays, some flares coming through. I mean, that's beauteous. Does that matter in a 4X game? I don't know, but it is nice. So yeah, I mean, I'm always bad about reviewing stuff because I'm always on the fence about certain things because people have different thresholds for all kinds of different stuff. So far, for my time, because I can't say for my money because I got a free code, and I have the Xbox subscription, so I wouldn't have been paying for it specifically anyway. For my time, which is something that matters, I'm playing this instead of something else. I'm really enjoying myself. I think we're going to play this some more. Part of me wonders if there might be some extra streams, you know, this week. Or if not, Saturday, probably this over RimWorld. It would not surprise me if I were to stream this tomorrow. So stay tuned. Keep an eye on Twitter. If you're on Discord, of course, there as well. And, I mean, hopefully you're, you know, following over here, so you theoretically will get an alert. If Twitch decides to send out an alert, there may be a stream tomorrow. And if it is, it might start at about 2 o'clock Eastern time, which is the same that the stream started today. So we will see about that. But yeah, we'll see. And there's the CQ3 expansion, which I would love to play because is it Road to Power, something like that. Looks amazing. How do you decide? And that's the thing, right? For me, I'm deciding where to spend my time more than anything else. And right now, what I want to do is I want to keep one more turning this thing. So it's at least done that well. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for coming out, everyone. I believe Rhino is streaming on a Kiss for Lux channel. And right now there are some big... is he playing CK3? Oh, he's playing Victoria 3. Right now, over there, they are trying to... Bella's currently at the vets. There's a big vet bill coming towards a Kiss for Luck. So if you can drop a few bucks over there, I'm sure they'd appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and give a raid to a Kiss for Luck right now, where Rhino is streaming Vicky 3. And we'll see you maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Depend a little bit on the voice. That's true. Bye-bye.